Roleplay Retcon, we remake famously disappointing movies using comedy, hindsight, and tabletop RPGs. We take a second pass at guilty pleasures like Batman and Robin or Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and even some controversial favorites like Twilight.
But I love those movies.
We do too. At the end of each series, we compare our vision to the original films because why the not?
I can't wait to listen to Roleplay Retcon on nerdsmith.org or wherever you get podcasts.
I'm gonna listen to it before you do.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Discover. Nope. One more time. Welcome. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Shenanigoons, the Book of Fables, that kinda, sorta fairy tale fantasy game where you contribute to the chaos. I am Angela, your game master for the evening. And these are the lovely and talented players. Hello, players.
How
Hello.
dare you.
Hello. We're actually all here this time.
It's amazing. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I didn't have 3 emergencies at work keeping me late.
Well, we and the kitties thank you for your service. So, you want an intro and then I put something crunchy in my mouth? I'm so sorry, everybody. Hold on a moment.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
Okay, I'm gonna correct myself in the future.
I have to stop going to Die Hard Dice. I just have to stop.
No, you just have to wait until it's your turn in the intro, and then you can go to Die Hard Dice all you want.
Well, I went to look up the name because I keep forgetting how to say it, and then new stuff popped up, and I got very excited. I'm sorry.
Well, let's get going and chatting then, so that we can get to what you're so excited about. So, we are, of course, members of the Nerdsmith Network, as you can see by the Twitch channel you're currently on. But if you like what you watched tonight, or any other night for that matter, you can check us out at nerdsmith.org or support us or follow us at patreon.com/nerdsmith. You can still follow us and get some fun stuff, and at least get a glimpse into some of the things that we're putting up. We are also sponsored by some incredible people. If I turn a brain fart into a dramatic pause, it sounds intentional until I explain it. So,
Angela, what is rule of DMing number 324?
Never admit anything.
Explain it.
Never admit anything.
Exactly. You meant to do that.
If my players pay me in questionable suggestive art, I might let them level. True story.
Don't threaten me.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
True story, though.
I know. I'm aware. I've seen said
You've seen the
questionable
art.
and that was very like A++.
What's up, Mike Clubber? How's it going?
Please continue.
So, we are also brought to you tonight, of course, by our amazing viewers that keep coming back time and time again. And I want to make sure you guys know that in the bottom of your chat, you might notice that there are channel points. You may or may not know that feature. When you watch the show and you watch the channel, you rack up points. And if you look down in that menu, you can see things you can redeem with those points. I have added a crap ton of more stuff than there was there last time. So, you can have a bunch of fun with that. Nothing directly impacts the game, but there are some great ones.
Angela, why would you put that on there as a no cursing?
For 5 minutes. We have to be family friendly for 5 minutes.
Like for everyone or for the person?
Everybody.
Oh Lord. Okay.
We do have to decide what the punishment is. If I curse, you guys get a reroll, and if one of you curses, I get a reroll.
Oh man.
Anyway, trust me, you guys will get all the rerolls. I will just accidentally say anything. Anyway, so please check that out. There's a bunch of really fun, playful stuff in there, including just some nice health stuff for everybody, like posture checks, reminders to hydrate, and to stretch. So please feel free to do this whenever. I reserve the right to change the prices of any of those because I haven't really thought through the implications. But it's just a way to kind of say thank you to those of you who have been catching the streams and watching enough to have racked up some watch points. So please enjoy. And I'm sorry, players, if anything weird happens. But in addition to our wonderful, wonderful viewers, thank you, Mouse. Thank you, Mouse. In addition to our wonderful viewers, we are also brought today by some amazing sponsors. I would like to go in no particular order. We are an affiliate of Hero Forge. You know them, you love them, you use them to make...
Jinx.
Oh no!
Dick.
No, that's amazing! That's so good. Thank you very much. And I wish that I could put that on the highlight, or I wish I could put that on the thing. I need to remember to figure out how to get
How
the
long
Twitch
is
channels.
that banned for?
I believe it's for... What does it say? It says it on the thing. I believe.
Man.
IRL word banned 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, I'll set the timer. It's okay. So, now here's the question. Do I run the next 2 ads very long so that Tessa doesn't have to do this? Or do I go through them quickly? Okay, going through them quickly. So, we are an affiliate of Hero Forge. You know them, you love them. You can make digital and in real life miniatures with them. And they are always coming out with brand new features. If you have the Pro subscription, which I highly recommend you check out, there are a lot of early access things. I would say that the players can do an IRL chat ban. That's okay. Chat can't say the following word.
Ooh.
It will be enforced. So, you should check them out. They just came out with, I believe, a samurai set, which is beautiful, really well crafted. And they just came out with a tundra set, so you can get all your Jon Snow and hinterland adjacent things done now, because there's a lot of furry shoulder pads and capes, and I'm totally just gonna make a bigger bugbear. So please check them out. Use the link in the chat and you'll be directly supporting us here on stream. We are also brought to you by World Anvil, the most robust campaign management software on the internet. And I lost the link that goes to the place. If you go to the link in the chat right now, you will find the World of Vale, which Shenanigoons takes place in. We have some Patreon exclusive pages, and we will continue to have more of them. So if you're a Patreon supporter, you'll get some fun stuff. And check it out for things like the maps of the areas. I'll be filling it out with the path that our crew has taken, so you can actually see the zigzag serpentine that they've done on the island. And yeah, so please check them out. It's definitely worth looking into a guild membership. You can help affect the way that the platform is developed and have a really fun, creative community to participate with. I'm so sorry, Tessa.
It's all right.
Finally, to our last but not least, our polyhedral why did I want to say parent company? That's not really how this works.
No.
I just wanted to go alliteration. So tell us about those geometric shapes there, Tessa, from Die Hard. Castle
Do you
Daggett.
enjoy the shiny click-clock math rocks? Because I definitely enjoy the shiny click-clock math
You
rocks.
also enjoy saying a word that starts with D.
I do. Well, I enjoy saying many words that start with D. So, I mean, yeah. But if you want to get yourself some of the best, say you can roll the bones with the best, you know, the shakers, the fun cubes, different, you know, I am trying to come up with synonyms is hard, y'all. But anyway, you should go and check out this month's polyhedral set, which is the Reticle Unicronia Nautilus. They are a gorgeous copper metal with a teal glitter inlay.
Very legible, very pretty font.
They're really beautiful font. They're not quite as large as the Dyer sets that they normally do. This I find is a much more manageable size for my hand, and I do not feel like my wrist is going to fall off. Oh my god, because I can't see. Think of another DI word, but or even a DIC word, just to switch that last letter. Because yeah,
It rhymes with rice.
yeah, there we go. Not Rick, rhymes with rice. But this set is particularly beautiful. I do find that the smaller metal is much preferable, at least for me, to the point where I am kind of hoarding these. As most people know, I am a dragon who has a very particular type of hoard. That being said, I did just see the new set called Hallows Eve, Reticule Dark Hunter, that was also released. And even though if you go to Die Hard's website and enter the code Nerdsmith22, you won't get 10% off your order. Well, I mean, you will get 10% off your order regardless. But if you order the Hallows Eve, we don't get anything for it. They are still very pretty. But if you want to feed your polyhedral addiction and also support Nerdsmith, please go to Die Hard's website, get yourself a set of the Reticle Unicronia Nautilus, and
You can say dice now.
Code. Oh, thank God.
I don't know.
Go to
I'm trying to
dieharddice.com.
to Fun Cubes now.
Fun Cubes is very good.
I mean, I
that
just
was
called you
probably
out on
better.
stream, Chris, so everyone can see your
What?
chat
Did you?
comment.
I wasn't looking
I
at
didn't
the
see
things.
that.
Okay, Jinx, I did say I have enough dice, but I was
Oh, my
referring to a
tombstone.
very specific set that I did not need. Okay, so shush. Yes, go to dieharddice.com, roll with the best, enter Nerdsmith22 at checkout for 10% off your order. Unleash your inner dice dragon.
Dice.
Oh my god. And Jinx, I did not go to Thesaurus, so thank you very much.
External mathematical estimation assistant devices.
There you go.
Handheld random number generators.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
there
good
you
one.
go.
That's a very good one. Okay, everybody.
Blah, blah.
The example on the bottom of the screen that you might have just seen from Chris, you're all on notice now that if you make a comment, it might end up on stream. It might. We'll see.
Amazing.
Be warned. It'll be in the record now. So, let's fill in our prodigal players.
There we go.
Welcome back, Heather and Kyle. It's so lovely to see you both.
Hello.
Let's talk about what happened last time. Because I didn't write notes. I have notes, but I didn't put them in the document.
No one did.
Sorry. Okay.
I'm sorry.
We're all bad at it. It's okay. Listen,
You're
we
the best
need
of us,
Heather.
and there's nothing that can even be said beyond that. Like, we suck, and Heather's the best.
Kyle, I'm sorry, that ban only is it only works for 5 minutes.
I mean, how many channel points do you have?
And the thing that swallowed me
Every
wasn't
5
a normal
minutes,
one of
spend it.
those.
5 minutes.
I have 125,000.
Okay,
Wait, so
well,
my question is, if it's part of the word, like Pega
nope, can't say it.
thing,
Nope.
can't say it. So it's just the Pega thing, the Pega bird. Got it.
Y'all
Giant
time out.
bird.
Uncube,
It's the
saying
swole
we need to
swan.
Chill out.
I got it. That's what.
Chill
Flipping that.
out.
That's no, that's what the actual art is.
Fun
It's
cubes
called a
and
swole.
pegging?
Oh no,
That
swole
art
swan.
noodle?
We both said something at the same time and everybody laughed at it, so I had no idea what people were laughing at.
I was laughing at the pegging, personally.
It's a
Hey, don't
lifestyle.
laugh. We don't kink shame here.
No. I'm not king shaming. I'm enjoying the concept thereof.
Well, so you were all underground. Man, you guys made a lot of headway.
Did we?
You ended up in a
we
like
got
you
out
ended
from
up
under the mountain. Sure, we did.
well, not just that, like you're out of the city too. Like you're like gone. You're cruising. So let's rewind a little. We're at the end of Thelma and Louise. We got to rewind back to the motel. So
Thelma, Louise, and Jacqueline.
Hey, you.
hey, you're
the
just
bigger
lucky.
woman, and let her come with. So.
You're just lucky I didn't give her some badass combat scene to justify her. I almost did. Anyway.
That would
Oh,
only make me hate her more.
damn it, she's effective. Kyle, that's another thing we have to tell you. We will be doing Shenanigoons After Dark as a Patreon content. We will be doing, I think, a day in the life at a fantasy sex shop.
Yep.
That
believe
is
that is what we
absolutely
said we
going
were
to be
gonna
a
do.
thing we're doing. We'll do a one shot
Yep.
and put it up on Patreon. I'm down.
Things overheard from the register at a fantasy sex shop.
Yep. So let's actually talk about the last episode.
Not gonna get through this episode.
Okay, it only within reason, Jinx, I reserve the right to be like, okay, you can't say, oh, you can't say the, so any word that has a THE in it doesn't work. You can't do that. Okay? Be
That would be-
kind, please. You can be silly,
mean-
but be kind.
It's doable. I mean, half of England talks that way.
It's only 5 minutes to do. Please use it. Honestly, I should have put a limit on how many times you could redeem it. I can do that. So once per session.
No, it's
Each person
fine.
can do it once per session. So you were all underground. So we were all underground below Chronogram 2, the Clockwork City, 1 of 12.
Nobody almost got eaten by a giant runaway bird.
Oh, that happened the episode before, so they know that already.
It happened at the beginning of that one too. I was pretty
Well,
close
yeah,
to being
chomp, chomp,
toast.
chomp. So, you all were running away from, in 3 minutes, from the giant swole swan, and, whose name was Lucy Boos. You can't help, it rhymes with Lucy Boos.
Yep.
And you were running, and after a little bit of combat, but mostly running, somebody, through some sheer stroke of DMX Machina, showed up and interrupted said combat by retrieving her pet, Lucy Boos. This was Airfria, which Kyle missed the air fryer joke. She was a lava genasi. And an elderly, not elderly, but a mature lava genasi who was retired from the adventuring business, who happened to have a door from her kitchen that went into the chaotic mess of the rift below the city. And she gave y'all a ride. You left the sub, we weren't calling it a submarine, we were calling it a subtrain, a subtranium.
Yes.
You left the undertow down under the ground, and you all went up above, and you found yourselves outside of Chronogram 2 on a mountain looking out over the city. What ended up being the case was you tried to suss out some means of dealing with the fact that you would now need to fly in to the city. And Oliette and Paru got some buffs, got real fast and real
Don't say gassy.
no, I was gonna
That was very
I was gonna say metaphysically insubstantial.
That's much better.
As you turned into gas, moved very slowly. That was the funniest, like, mental image of, like, you're trying to sneak past the wall and you literally only had a 10 movement. So they were like, so nearby, old retired adventuring pals of Eri, a paladin, what would we say, winged Iron Man, and an elf on a griffin, flew in, interrupted the movement of a bunch of observing and guarding clockwork creatures, as it was like as you slowly moved, and you found your way to open mics, which open mic has a sister named Juke Knox, and she was singing, hold on, let me see if I remember, it was complicated. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling.
Yep.
Thank you to Retz for Juke Knox from previous episode.
And also for Air Fryer, I believe.
And for Air Fryer, yeah, we've been having a few. And Lucy was Graham. So, you got there, you reunited with Uncle Eb, you reunited with Pimble, and as you were speaking with them, Oliette, you were trying to reassure Uncle Eb that it was worth getting out of the chronogram, even though he has a bit of hesitation with lots of change, and this is certainly a huge amount of change. And then you sort of didn't remember what the main selling point of leaving was. Just didn't cross your mind. Weren't sure. You're like, I'll think of it when we get there. Probably wasn't important. And Eb told you that his very good friend, his dear friend even, Jacqueline, told him to go when he told her that they were getting a chance to leave. Like, Oliette was giving them a chance to leave. He included her in those plans. She told him to go, and that she would watch his shop for him. And he looked very sad about it. And then you found out she had just left. And you were the bigger person and sent to her and invited her. And she goes, okay, I'll turn around. And she shows up. So, you take a back room or back entrance from that vector the Arcano-Socialist Modron uses to get around. And with some very creative use of transport via plants, Aru found some growth in the sewer and made a portal. Everybody had to go through that. Oliette and Pimble were horrified. But you ended up back on the mountain. And once there, you reunited with everybody. Pimble and Eb and Jacqueline looked out over the city, a little in shock at how beautiful it was out here. Beautiful and sort of untouched everything was. Very different than the stories that were popularly spread around. And that's where you are right now. You're on the mountain. And you are catching up. Of the Fire Genasi lady. And Pimble. And your uncle. Yep. And Jen. We'll say Beza and Harland. You were left back. Lucy Boose, the Pegagoose, for past 5 minutes. The big goose is kind of has proven itself to be a little less of an asshole than you thought it was. At least when he's under the watchful eye of his mom. He's like, But I mean, peace was never an option.
Never is.
So is this worse or better than the Equestrodons?
It still has little sharp needle-like teeth, so it's up to you. It's about the height of them.
The Equestrodons didn't manage to get me in their mouth to eat me, so I'm gonna say worse.
You see him kind of in your direction, Paro. Sorry.
She goes and hides behind Villain. She's like, nope.
It's fine, it's okay. We just got him back, buddy. Maybe don't, like, chomp. And, so, they get back, you all get back, and, Pimble, after a few moments, is interrupted by, Toshi, who's just like, Mr. Pimble, Mr. Pimble!
Oh, God.
God, he's just Peter Parker. Fuck. Mr. Stark, Mr. Stark!
I mean...
Oh my god.
That is pretty much...
That was...
exactly how that relationship would go.
Yeah, yeah. So, Mr. Pimble, Mr. Pimble! Mr. Pimble. Oh, holy shit. I mean... You got tall, kid. Hi. And he sort of, like, stops just before, like, trying to give him a hug, going, oh, right, like, we don't have that kind of relationship. And he stops and is like, welcome back. Oh. Check my DMs, okay.
Uh-oh.
Thanks, Laura.
Oh, no.
I love
my
this,
alerts.
I love the secrecy of it, where it's like, nothing in the message is actually giving you any information. So, Toshi introduces himself, or like kind of reacquaints with Pimble. Pimble is delighted to see some of the stuff that Toshi's carrying around. He's got some tinkering things around with him. He's like, finally! Useful with their time. Let me see. And he kind of kneels down and kind of checks with them. Nickit is saying hello to Uncle Eb. And Eb is, of course, very standoffish, but, like, pleasant. Like, apart, but hello. So the rest of you are all together, and we'll say that Paru and Oliette, to some degree, recount the adventure. And please feel free to move about the cabin. It's been a while since all four of you have been in a room together.
So I know we did it for faster travel because I'm really slow, but could you maybe remember to take me out of Elaine's hand next time?
We actually didn't even do that. I forgot.
I will
We did
try
it.
to remember that my boyfriend is not a travel compartment.
Much appreciated.
Ditto.
Well,
Luckily, I don't have
right
to
on your
breathe.
shoulders a lot because you're tall.
Excuse.
Tried.
All right, so are we taking them to Mythgar?
Yes, we were gonna go to the vineyards. I see what's been redeemed. I'm gonna be as good as I can.
Oh yeah, you remember Mythgar? You remember the
Mm-hmm.
remember there being vineyards,
Mm-hmm.
the pumpkins. I mean, who could forget Mr. Mammoth? Like easily the most memorable thing that you experienced while you were there.
Miss him. Yeah, we.
We got a message to him again sometime.
Oh my god, I should. Yeah, we're going to the vineyards.
Yeah, you know, your grandfather.
Mm,
It is not the
no,
first
that- I
time
think you're
there's
thinking of somebody else.
Haru.
No.
That-
Married to a real big, tall, strapping Was he married to a centaur? My brain just shut down.
Minotaur.
Minotaur, thank you.
Hmm.
We made the Goodberry wine there.
Well, I remember wine. I don't know.
Give me a charisma
I think
save.
it's okay.
Did you hit your head while you were in there?
Why is my hair messed up? No.
Give me a
No.
charisma save. How's that?
A charisma save
Mhm.
with my +9. It's an
Yeah.
11.
Oh, woof.
We have rerolls.
It's true.
Not.
Want to
for
roll with
this.
it? Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Roll with the roll.
I'll save it for when we're trying not to get murdered.
Okay, noted. So, yeah, you don't
We'll figure it
know
out.
what they're talking about.
I do remember a bookseller. Right? Is that?
Why do you remember a bookseller and not your grandfather? She points at Pinball. Do you remember anyone from before you got locked up in the chronogram?
What?
Like Olvar? Olvar God's Eye?
Everything's a little at the moment. He does look genuinely a little frazzled.
It's okay. You
Alright.
don't remember Arcor or Linnaeus? Or Nando?
Nando was the guy that worked at the inn, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him. How could I be cousins to a Minotaur? That makes no sense. So
I said sorta cousin. He's like your step cousin. Okay, so
none of this is.
the fact that the rest of us remember this and you don't is very concerning.
Well, I'm having a hard time remembering it, but that might just be me.
Yeah. See, we've
You
been
went
a lot of
through-
places.
Pimble looks a little like, oh shit.
I remember when we were going through the mist, like something felt like it was trying to get inside my head, but I
That's
was
right.
able
You
to shake
made
it
the
off.
save. I forgot. I was
I
like,
made
why
the
didn't
save,
this,
yeah.
why didn't this affect Paru?
Haru made the because it was a wisdom save, and thank goodness for high wisdoms.
You mean like the spell they used to make everybody forget that anything existed outside the chronogram? That we know
Oh,
exists?
No.
She's looking at Oliette like, come on.
I feel like you're. I don't get. I'm not picking up what you're putting down. But all the same, we should get off this mountaintop, right? Unless we're
well,
gonna camp here.
I'm worried that if you're missing that you're missing other things.
Well, I mean, she remembers how to breathe, so
Well,
there's that.
that's
Yep.
I mean, we'd be in trouble pretty quick if that was not the case.
Has this goose always been here?
yes, and ODMDM.
Yes.
We have had the no cursing implemented, and you did say a swear.
Oh yeah, I did. Sure, you guys can take
Does
a
that
reroll.
mean we get a reroll?
Yeah, you can have a reroll.
Yay!
I forgot about it.
That's all.
That's gonna be my undoing. Is that particular
Probably
one?
gonna be mine too. I'm trying very hard.
Well, to be fair, it was a reasonable reaction in the moment.
Truth.
I don't have Beza curse too often, so I might be okay.
Haru curses about as often as I do, and that in itself is problematic.
You know what, Heather? Bet.
Are we camping here or are we leaving? What's the plan?
I mean,
Ebzik.
Can
They've
you
been-
do that thing again where we walk through something?
Well,
living, something gross?
you see that
Yeah, I can do that.
Ebzik and Jacqueline are kind of standing off to the side, and I would just as soon take a moment.
Of course. I can imagine it's disorienting after being inside the chronogram as long as you were.
I was born there. Don't seem to be having urgent memory. I am merely overstimulated. Things happening and question. And he looks to Oliette and says a little bit under his breath in Infernal. Right.
I will approach an infernal. In Infernal, I'll respond. I'm fine. I think that they might have had. I think they're confused. I wouldn't stress about it.
What is the likelihood that they are confused? Not you.
Uncle, when have I ever been confused?
I mean,
I wouldn't worry about it. Anyway, I'm very glad you're here. I'm going to reach into my bag, and I am going to pull out. I've had these for so long. I am going to pull out a small box. It's a very, very simple wooden box. It's not at all impressive, but I'll pop it open, and there are. I'll pop it open to show him, and there are a very nice set of these cufflinks that are in the face of like a dragon. I got these for you ages ago. I meant to give it to you the last time I saw you, but anyway, welcome to the mess.
I'm sure that I will eventually be very pleased to be among the mess.
It's not so bad, and you're in good company. And I'm going to try not to cast a sidelong glance at Jacqueline,
Who is trying very hard to keep her nose out of your business, though she totally speaks Infernal.
I was gonna say.
She's glanced over, gives you a little bit of a smile, and then returns her attention to the group in a very polite, like, I can hear you, but it's not my business sort of expression.
I would not have you alone out here, and we do have other things we must attend to. I want to get you to.
IRL word ban. Can't say the J word.
Amazing.
Okay. Can I put her on screen, though, just so everyone knows who we're not supposed to... We don't talk about J word. No.
No. We can't talk about J word.
So... with a bunch of names for her now. Now I just want to do a
xxxx wedding day.
Okay. We can't pay for that.
No, we can't. Well, I said Ebsic. I didn't say it was mine, so it was fine.
So he's just looking down at the cufflinks with a very, very thoughtful smile.
Anyway, we're going somewhere. I know it's important that you go there. So we shall see what awaits us. But we're together now, so all should be well.
Thank you again, Lex.
Yes. Of course. Again, I do not wish to see you unhappy. I am learning that my idea of what things should look like does not always work for everyone. So, as long as nobody forgets that there is no replacing the most important woman in your life, we'll be fine. And I'll give him a really, like, a very genuine hug. And
It takes a moment, but then after a second or two, he pulls it in. He brings you in and returns it just as hard.
And I'll tug his sleeve a little bit and give kind of a nod to Jacqueline to come in for them to join the group.
Oh,
Uh,
I get a
Well, I
reroll.
guess you get a reroll.
Mm.
I feel like I can't say trifling bitch because I'm trying to be very. I'm
Oh,
trying
I was
to
gonna
grow up about
I was
it.
gonna call her the mega bitch. But
Yeah.
that's just me.
Trifling asshole.
We can curse again, so
yes.
we're good to go. I believe the cursing is 10 minutes. The can't say a word is 5.
Cursing is 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. I
Yikes.
reserve the right to change it next time if we think that's too much, but that's
Okay.
kind of part of the challenge, right?
That is.
So yes, I would love for Uncle Eb
Yeah, 10 minutes.
and Hussy to join us.
Well, the very conservatively dressed Hussy joins Uncle Eb, and you all take a bit of time, just kind of regroup. There are a lot of NPCs in this scene, so please forgive me if I forget anybody, but Professor Markle von Hammerford Schmidt, the gnome, is hanging out. And they are and they're working on a couple of pieces that they brought with them that could have potentially, like, apparently seem to be important for the undertow to function. And you are having dinner as they're kind of tinkering away. They have Oshi helping out with some of the pieces, and so you all get a moment to just sort of center yourselves. Give me another charisma save, all yeah.
Okay. $12.
Still no. Thimble, however, over the course of the dinner, seems to be increasingly in his own head.
You okay?
Fine. A lot of... like having a lot of, overlapping... like a picture overlapping another one, and they're both in focus.
Your memories are trying to resurface.
Taking their sweet time.
For what
Is
it's
there
worth. Oh, go ahead.
Anything I can do to help?
You weren't really around, so I don't...
When you were a general, is that what you mean?
Oh, dear Lord. I don't know
We know
why, but I had a
Tingle,
sudden, intense, negative reaction to hearing that word.
You probably didn't like being put in that position, but we
Listen,
do-
I'm fine with being put in many positions, but general might not have been one of them.
Yeah, it's probably too boring for you, but we do have we know someone who knew you back then. We met them at Mythgar, so they might be able to fill in some holes.
That's usually what happens when you put pinball in positions.
Yeah. Huh.
They were looking for you, that's right. That's what Richard Page said. Something about the Halicon Initiative?
Did you bring Richard with you to the chronogram?
No. I think I left that with...
You left him with Kel.
Sweater Daddy, yeah.
Yeah, so Kiel is off to the side, and he's kind of whispers to the book. You have a lot of monikers. Do I? Helicon.
That's what Richard said.
I mean, sounds familiar in the way that sounding like someone's name that you went to school with in 2nd grade sounds familiar.
I've got a subscriber.
Well, once we get there, maybe there'll be more information waiting for us.
Mythgar's a big place. Where in Mythgar are we going?
Well, wherever is safe, so
There was
not the
discussion
pumpkin
of
patch.
like there was discussion
Yeah.
of Derrickwe Sidericourt,
That's
Crystal City.
I thought we were going there after.
That's fair. Angela should have thought about the travel considerations and renamed the episode.
It's all
It's
good.
fine. Next
I
week will
mean-
be Derrickwe Sega Derrickwe Part 2. No, really,
part
this time.
No, really, this time.
We should probably go to the vineyard, right? I mean, we know we'll be welcomed. We know there's somewhere safe to stay, and it's not that far away from Ulva.
Plus,
And there's wine, so
I
Where
will
is that?
say, plus there's very good booze.
it's the middle of the night right now, right? Am I remembering that correctly?
Yeah, it's late evening.
Okay.
I can get us there first thing in the morning,
You can't tonight?
not via tree.
Okay.
And having traded part of my memory to the ferry last time we went across, I'm not keen to do it again.
Yeah, that
Did
was
I
I
didn't
What?
trade part of my memory.
You did what?
I think that was
Thimble
optional.
says.
I made a very. She's pointedly not looking at Blaine. I made a very ill-advised decision in a moment of emotional turmoil that I do not care to repeat.
It's Elaine's like, it's fine. It all worked out. Telling Pimble that. Yeah, apparently. Noting that you two are kind of close together.
It took long enough, right?
And eventually, you all get some tea service is the wrong word for it, but there's some more snacks and stuff tossed around by Area. Area? Was Airy.
Area.
Airy. We're gonna say Airy. Oh, that's right, because then you also have 14 is hanging out with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
The big,
I'm obsessed.
the big lumbering. There's so
love
many
14.
NPCs in this scene. We gotta pare them down a little bit. So, seriously, it's like a fucking ensemble here of one. So 14 is the giant clockwork creature.
Buddy.
Who was gonna go with you, but you didn't end up needing him. So we hung out on the side of the mountain where apparently he hangs out amidst the flowers, just laying back in the grass, staring at the sky. You, Matthew, maybe.
I am afeared.
So we camp out and we go first thing in the morning.
Beautiful. Thank you, Matthew. Yeah, okay. And Ari passes out things like basically some s'mores. You can make s'mores on a fire. And also hands out some wine. Or at least some makeshift booze from some sort of plant. And well, thank you, Heather. Yeah, that's don't forget Vector is also there.
Mhm.
And technically, Valaine's also an NPC.
Valaine and all of their personas.
Yep.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's cool. It's great. Fine. So, she passes things around, and as she passes Pimble some wine, is like, "Here you go, Shiny." Kind of like gives her a face, and then is like, stares at her for a good long second, and her grin gets bigger.
Oh, really?
Oh, well, shit. Hi. Hi.
you know the good general here then.
Mm-hmm.
I am never not calling you that, by the way. It's
Please
hilarious.
stop. Please stop. And Air's like, oh yeah, me and Pim will go way back. You're looking good, by the way. Not at all the, I mean, you know, good skincare and all that, but, you don't look a day over how old you were when I was, like, barely fitting into my armor. What can I say? Regimen.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion. My body is a temple.
You know, I wasn't gonna say anything, but you know, when I visited the privy when we were in his establishment, I did see all manner of creams and unguents and ointments.
You make
One
it
smelled
sound like
pineapple.
you make it sound like I have hemorrhoids.
But hemorrhoid
I did
cream
not
can be
mean to.
excellent if you just a dollop
I mean,
under
yeah,
the
of course,
eyes.
we know
or-
this. This is
Yeah,
we
yeah.
know this.
Sure.
And so they chat a little bit. You get a vibe that there might be a ships passing in the night thing between them. But it's very much like, it's no big deal kind of thing. She's just amused because that was the reason she agreed to sign up. If anyone goes back to the previous episode, the moment Baru said Pimble, she went, I'm in.
That's right, she did.
So Pimble gets a little bit of a chat with them, with her, and Haru, give me an animal handling check.
Okay. Okay. That is a 21.
1. So, eventually, when later in the evening you hear a and Lucy Boo starts like sniffing around, you are able to successfully well, it's up to you how you successfully convince them to leave you alone. Honey or big stick. I know I'm mixing my metaphors.
Haru looks at Lucy and raises an eyebrow as she comes sniffing over, gets up, moves a little bit away from Villain, and then turns into a slightly larger version of Lucy and wild shifts, and then kind of stares her down.
And walks away. Waddles away.
And then goes back into herself and sits back down.
Remind me to never piss you.
I wouldn't turn into a goose if you pissed me off.
It'd work.
Hopefully you already figured that out since you're dating her.
The goose thing? No, I just discovered that about myself.
No, the not pissing her off thing.
Oh, I mean, it's not my intention. It's just
It
It
takes a
never
lot.
is.
just reinforcing.
Unless you have very sharp teeth and are actively trying to eat me and swallow me whole in an actual digestible sense, you're probably not going to piss me off.
They shift a little bit into envy. That was real easy for you to set me up on that one, but I'll
That's
hold my tongue.
You don't have to.
As Envy is drinking, Liv, the tabaxi, coughs it out.
That never gets old.
Well, I've had enough of embarrassment for one day. I'm gonna go rest before we make our way to the island and whatever awkward reunions are undoubtedly going to take place. Yeah, Heather.
Yay!
My proudest achievement is that screen. I'm so proud of that particular thing.
Even
it was,
now,
I still have the other two also.
It was used so many times.
It's true. It was.
Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I keep forgetting that I have access to, like, push the button to make things pop up. So you all are able, if you want, to go disperse for Ares' place is pretty big. It's built on the mountainside, and it's like multiple stories, but it's not actually that deep into the mountain, so it's almost just like a bunch of shelves that you can live on with some stairs that go up. It's pretty. It's like a nice retirement home. And so there's couches and stuff. She likes to spread
Pickleball
out.
court.
What kind of court?
A pickleball court.
Pickleball.
You said it's a retirement. Never mind.
I didn't know what pickleball was. But there is a big room where she does throw a bouncy ball, a squash court. And so you all can just. It seems like she entertains for her retiree adventurer friends.
Nice.
While sort of keeping an unofficial watch over whatever's going on in Chronogram 2. Not that she calls it that. She was never in the spot, so she doesn't really know terms for it. Is there anything anyone would like to do, or anyone they'd like to talk to when the evening winds down? There are a lot of people. You're bound to have some conversation brewing.
Haru is just gonna kiss the kittens goodnight and probably go after Belaine to go to bed, because it has been a very rare occasion that there has been a night that is quiet and relatively safe, and she's like, I want to actually like enjoy my sleep.
Eventually a griffin lands and Iron Man. And the two of them chat with Pimble and Airy. And it seems like they're having their own little reunion out front, but it seems very clear, especially as the griffin and the goose kind of butt heads in a playful way, that you're pretty secure here. There are a lot of things that are big and scary that don't want other things being here, so you're probably pretty secure.
I think Harland would want to check in with Pinball and see how he's doing.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So, eventually you track down Pimble. He wanders off by himself a little bit. Very much not the, the socialite that he puts on when he was in the chronogram. He seems to be a little in his own head lately, understandably. And he takes a spot with a drink, like a tumbler in his hand. He's just kind of turning it a little bit at his side as he's staring out at the night sky of the chronogram. Which, to be honest, there's no light, really, that you can see. Paru and Oliette experienced the fact that there was something magical, if not tangible, domed over the city that kind of gave the impression of sky on the underside of it. Kind of both visually and physically and psychically separating anyone inside from the outside world. And so it's just fog and darkness in the distance. Occasionally you catch a little flicker of a headlight from a mechanical centaur running around out there, but other than that...
I just had a thought and a question.
Yeah.
If there's that domey thing over all the chronograms, I mean, how much is it keeping out? Is there real weather? Have we ever experienced rain before we left the chronograms?
Not.
Like Beza wouldn't have known the difference because she was only like
Not
24
in the
hours old.
chronogram, but in the chronicle you would have had rain. There would have had to have been.
Mm-hmm.
Like they would allow that, but in the
Well,
city
or
it's
just
always
really good irrigation.
Yeah, in the city. Oh, that's a good point. Sure, in some of them probably wouldn't have rain. You certainly don't have much of it in Chanterelle, because you're under a roof. Not
Part
even
was
on,
probably like, "What the actual fuck is this?" Is probably what part was thought when it first happened. And
yeah,
then
just
others alike.
for the sake of world building clarification, and I haven't really done a good job of illustrating this, and I wish I had a good picture, but I imagined that Chanterelle was literally like, think about there being a carve out on the base of the mountain, and the city is under that like it's almost like there's an overhang of mountain sort of above it, and then to get to where Paru's family lived, there was like more deeper fissures in it. It would be, if you were claustrophobic, probably very stressful. Even though it was still very big, it's still like that sensation of you are like in a tectonic plate right now, that kind of vibe. So back to Harland. Kimmel's just staring out at the dark. Granted, there's stars, and there's a little bit of warm light coming from the house. But
Yeah, it was. It took me a couple nights to get used to it. That's for dang sure. Yeah. How's it? How you feeling? How's it? Hanging. Mm.
How old are you? Furbolg's living.
How we counting? How we counting? Are we
By
counting
your
like years out?
by your estimate.
I'm probably close to I don't know 30, 40, something in that range. It was more than I could count, that's for sure at the time. I didn't have enough fingers and toes to go up that high.
I never questioned that childhood.
Well, I mean, some people got childhoods that aren't worth remembering, you know? So that's not so strange.
Sitting here, get there, Retsa.
Oh Lord, the chaos has arrived.
I am getting It does something to somebody when you, if not consciously, subconsciously imagine that you just sprung to life fully formed and as fabulous as you are.
I mean, you're pretty damn fabulous if I say so myself. I just gotta say, I've never seen a finer glitter than what you have embedded in your facial hair. As a matter of fact, prior to meeting you, I did not know what glitter was.
That is a real shame. You know, it was a hell of a thing trying to get a hold of any of it. Chronogram. Apparently it was a thing I always did. Well, not always. You make anything explode, Harland?
Can
all
I?
the mad intentionally. Let me clarify.
Let me take a look at my spell list.
Crush, shatter, blow up? Anything like that?
Yeah, I got some stuff that would make some effects of that nature that I can acidify stuff, and I can tornado-fy stuff, and
That kind of stuff.
I can clap, thunderclap the like a shockwave of stuff. I can
You see that face, Chris?
yeah, I got a few of those.
Funny story. You wanna
Oh,
know
yeah?
how I got into the glitter?
Yes.
When I was younger, magic that was a little on the chaotic side. Not chaos magic, but just things that caused trouble. Frowned upon. Especially in the where they didn't just wander around. And a very common component of casting some spell is a substance called mica. It's a mineral.
Yeah, is that that thick flaky stuff that kind of it's kind of bendy, little shimmery, kind of it like big glitter.
Exactly. Well, you know how you make glitter. Yeah.
Mica.
Well, if I ever needed to, cause a little trouble without someone assuming that I could cause a little trouble, other than my general personality. And he lifts up onto his beard and he takes, like, he kind of scratches into the beard and he has a chunk of the mica and he chucks it. He has a chunk of the glitter and he chucks it and he casts Shatter. When there's this really loud, echoey noise down the mountain, he just kind of like hollers a laugh. Then it just kind of stuck. Well, I mean, once you put it on, you never get rid of it, really. But yeah, I remembered that 5 minutes ago.
Well, that's a fun one. Maybe you'll keep getting fun ones like that.
Oh,
no. I'm sure that
there's a few.
No, there isn't. No, there isn't. Or there is a few. No,
there's a few good ones.
Oh, right. Yes, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. I don't mean to be too. I genuinely am interested in how you're doing, but I was curious if you might have had a chance to, because Kyle doesn't know, so correct me if I'm okay. If you had a chance to go to that woodcarver shop and get its shield.
Our friendship is.
Well, at the moment.
All right, that's fair enough. No, I remembered our dear Oliet's present. Honestly, I'm very impressed what he managed to pull out of it. He reaches into his Mary Poppins bag that he has with him. Opens it up, undoes some snaps, opens it wider so that he can reach down and pull a fucking shield out of the bag. And you see that gnarled sort of face. That was a great description.
I got it. I know what you're talking about.
Of that gigantic root creature that, technically the origins of paper, so technically was manipulatable by Merton Shaw, the Lord of Tales. And it has that face on it. Looks very displeased.
Yep, that's the one. Stuff of nightmares right there.
Well, you want to give it to your girlfriend?
I would very much like to, unless you would like to, because you were the one who procured it. So I would defer to your judgment, sir.
I picked it up. Do you thank your Uber driver for the fine meal?
I think I might have sprung a nose.
No, you thank them for the delivery of the fine meal, but you don't thank them for cooking the fine meal. Where's tip?
Yeah. I'll go give it to her. Yeah, that's great. Did they have anything else? That was
They said that it had a bit of a personality to it, so have fun.
right. No, was there any other package with it? Was there anything else?
There's supposed to be, isn't there? Angela asks Kyle.
There is.
Can you send me the thing again? He goes, yes, there was another thing. And he hands you the other thing and DM me what the other thing was because I forgot.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I think I can pin it. I think I pinned it.
Yes. But yeah,
Excellent.
if you don't mind.
Well, good. This is great. All right. Perfect. Yes. Thank you. I hope that your next memory that you remember is you know what? I hope the next memory you remember is a sexy one.
That's friendship.
Harland.
That is absolutely friendship right there.
Harland. Oh, Harland. They're all
sexy ones, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah, I saw that coming from a mile away.
If I'm involved. Oh. Just a little grin on his face. He laughed.
All right.
You got him to laugh a few times. Seems like it softens a little bit as you leave, but you did leave him a little better than you found him.
Yes. Okay. Mission accomplished.
Yeah. So, Harland, you got this giant tree face thing. And
as a note, I commissioned like a small. I had him cut, or like it has to be small enough for me to actually. It's not like a huge paladin shield. It's like
it just is the face though, is all.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I am down in the yard with 14. I feel like I'm kind of like leaning against him and just talking very absent-mindedly about how one organizes bookshelves, and this is how you might organize if someone were to give you a task. This is how you would put them in order, and I'm just very carefully and slowly and gently explaining the job that 14 is about to come into.
I does not make sense.
It doesn't, but it is the way things are.
But not in the order. Not He's calling it like the order, like it's this new. He has a new god, no longer the sacred equation. It's now the order, as he is now
Hail
attuned to the
God
concept
grace.
of alphabetizing.
Yeah.
Once he associates numbers and letters, he's down. He gets it.
Yeah.
So, Harland, you find, it's not hard to find Oliette with 14, this adorably massive clockwork creature. That for you. Who you would know because you were there. And so, you, go ahead and, approach them. They're sitting in the field, like on the hillside.
Oh there. I permission to approach and stuff.
Yeah. Yes? Why are you? It's okay, 14.
I didn't know if y'all had a private conversation, so I wanted to be respectful of what you were doing over there.
What is your name?
My name is Harlan Firebranch, at your service. That is not part of my name. That is simply an addendum to greetings. My name is Harlan Firebranch.
Harlan. H. or O.
That's
You.
right. Yes. You're incredible.
I am
Anyway.
learning the order.
Yeah,
Those-
it's just alphabet. It's fine. Anyway, yes. What's going on?
Well, I just got to say, 14.
He's
Oh,
learning
yeah,
a
it
lot
taught me-
faster than you did.
yeah, it taught me the order of things, and it took me a long time. So
Mm-hmm.
you're doing great. Well, I just wanted to say, come give you the thing that you commissioned from that big wooded creature that
Oh yeah.
your shield. So
Yes.
it's terrifying. Please take it.
Okay. Oh, that's not-
and he hands it to you, and I will share a picture, but it is just this kind of
I love
face, resting bitch face on the shield. Great. It does like strike the right tone of
Perfect.
what you want a shield to say, which is back the fuck off.
Beautiful.
So yeah, so you have this shield, and it is it has this beautiful bit of moss that has sort of grown around the edges of it. Looks a little bit like a beard on it. And you can like chill with this kick-ass shield for a little while. So as you hold it, you see it sort of locked into this face. But you feel like there's more, I mean, you know it's magic. You you assume it's magic. It definitely feels magical. And you feel things kind of shifting a little bit on it, like the wood is sort of creaking just a little. And you hear this very quiet, low underneath. And you feel like it can, like almost it's trying to move, but it can't, sort of vibe to it.
Angela, you might have a window open that is covering upstream, just letting you know.
Oh, am I?
A little bit. There it goes.
Okay. Something open, something isn't
Yeah.
fully on the screen.
Just wanted to let you know.
No, it's fine, I got you.
How dare it?
Trying to figure out where it is, hold on.
I think you
When
got
is
it.
it? It is one of them.
It's
Yeah, I moved it. Okay, cool, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's interesting. I didn't ask. Well, I suppose if it's, I should have thought at the time. Hindsight is 2020. But if you get a horrible cursed creature made into a shield,
Is it a horrible cursed shield?
probably doesn't eliminate the curse altogether. I don't know if I understand how woodworking works. Apparently, cool. Well, we'll figure
None
this
of
out.
us do.
But yeah, I don't know if I need to attune to it or if
Well,
it just whatever that looks like. I'll hold on to it.
As you're considering it a little bit, you see it sort of half blink. You see one of its corner of mouth kind of twitching a little bit with the movement. And as you see that like bitchy face it's got, maybe a part of you wonders if it can do any other faces. Freaking move.
No.
And when you do, it shifts a little from a to a.
Oh.
While you are unattuned to this shield, it is a shield of expression, but it will only do hostile expressions.
This is
Perfection.
amazing.
So
I
the
love it.
various spectrum of pissed, and you do sense that in order to access what this thing can do, you will need to kind of you will need to attune to it. You will need to
Okay.
vibe with it for a
Sure.
little bit.
I might, for now, just for the evening, I might just turn it upside down because it's kind of killing the vibe.
Sure, just
Maybe
turn
make
turn
out with
it
Harlan for a little bit.
Just turn it
while
around
14
and
works
rest it
his
on
alphabet. Yeah.
It looks
don't
like
need it
it looks
staring
like
at us.
14 could like wear it like a mask. It's that size. Except it would only be angry. I'm gonna put on my angry eyes. But they're only angry. So.
Angry eyes.
So you can hang out with the the shield of displeased passion.
Love it.
But you can deal with that tomorrow. You go to sleep,
Shield of RBF.
and so you all rest. There's and I need, before you go to sleep, Oliette, I need one more charisma save.
15?
Just makes it.
Oh my god.
So you are making out with Harland, and all of a sudden you think about your grandfather. You go, oh god, my grandpa, and you're Harland?
Is 15 all of them or just one?
Hmm?
Does 15 recover all of them or just one?
15 recovers that one. Let me remember what the other ones were.
One of them is the goose, which Chris is trying to forget as well. So, like, if we need to leave that
if you
one
would
in there,
like to
we can leave the
Okay,
whatever you want to
okay,
do.
thanks
Yeah,
for
I
the
know.
time.
It's a mess.
Okay.
Whatever you think is best.
Right. So, no, the 15 is enough for it to slowly start coming back, but the first thing that comes back to you is you glance, you look at the shield that night, and it's sort of looks like it's been grown, and you remember the fight with the tree and this like sentient creature made of vines and wooded materials. And that is not that's not the only time you've ever talked to a tree with a face. You start to remember the conversation that you had. Oh, you talked to a god.
I'm gonna pull away from Harlan. I saw God. I met God. Holy shit. Oh my god.
I can honestly say that's the first I've ever heard of that, but first time for everything, I guess.
Oh,
In-
okay.
Incredible. Incredible. That let me clip? I don't know. I don't remember how to clip. Can someone clip that? It was amazing.
Please, someone clip that. Holy God.
But don't clip the part where we say clip it.
Yeah,
Cut that
no,
out.
don't do that. Cut that out.
So, so yeah, you remember your conversation with the Oak Father, with the deity that resides and protects the Fagro tree, the giant tree that floats around in the center of the island, and yeah, I don't remember. Oh, I remember. He promised to help you as he could with the god of nature and knowledge, in that they operate. They're in the same party circles, and he'd see what he could do to lay the groundwork for you to beseech for entry. So, you remember that. We'll I'll be kinder and say that's the first thing you remember, and not the other
Not
part.
your grandfather mid makeup session.
When you go to bed that night, you remember Pimble saying during dinner this feeling of there being kind of overlapping memories, but it's a little like they're overlapping because something was forcibly cut out And it's like they're getting sort of pushed apart a little bit as that vacant memory is resurfacing between them. And as you're asleep, or as you're like kind of drifting off, first, remember the goose. You're like, oh god, it like tried to eat Baru.
To be fair, it's like a gummy bear walking in front of a hungry teenager. I don't know why we approach it that way. This is the thought process I'm having as I'm like
I don't know, Chris. I don't know, Chris.
Gummy bear. Okay.
I think that there's a good chance, like a 50-50 chance, that an actual teenager would react to an actual gummy bear actually walking in front of them with either "holy shit" or "I'm gonna eat that."
Yeah.
I can check
I don't
with
know
the
what
actual
outcome
teenager if you'd like me to see what the reaction is.
Feel free to privately ask and then report back if you'd like. So you and you try to kind of shake that off. And as you're resting for the evening, you kind of. Am I right in thinking that Oliette maybe has a tendency to play things back in her head at night when things happen? Overthinking things.
Like that.
Overthinking things? I can't imagine.
A little bit.
I don't know her. So as you do that, you start thinking about your uncle and how he's trying really hard to be chill, flexible, but he seems genuinely worried about you, about what is ahead. And God, you could only imagine what it's going to be like meeting his father, your grandfather.
Tomorrow.
You were such an asshole to everybody. And you not only do you remember, and it's just like it was always there, but you do remember not remembering that for a while there was this. It's like a massive wave of deja vu, like remembering the experience again. But you, like I said, also remembering that there was a blank spot there, and those are only a few things from your life that you don't remember. And Uncle Eb doesn't have any memories beyond that, but Symbol? It occurs to you. He's probably... And it is probably... And based on purely what you've heard about him and the things you realize he's probably witnessed, there's a lot probably going on. No wonder he was on like 4 drinks by the time you went to bed.
While we are, if that thought is enough to kind of stir me a little bit.
I mean, your grandfather one, definitely.
Yeah, I am going to. Actually, yeah, nope. I'm just gonna kind of roll over. That's tomorrow, Oliette's problem.
Valid.
That stupid bitch. Good luck, and I'm gonna go back to sleep.
You're so kind to yourself. Oh yeah, you're so generous and kind to yourself in moments of strife.
I will clutch Harland a little bit tighter and just be very grateful that I did not forget him.
Nothing had gone blank there.
Oh God, if you'd forgotten one of us, that would have been
delicious.
Well, you all, well, just to kind of get into the nuts and bolts of it, what Oliette forgot were things that explicitly happened outside of the chronograms. She met all of you in the chronograms, so you had an anchor that was not going to be affected. She might forget something that happened outside, but you were all pretty locked in. So, morning passes, or morning arrives, and who are the early risers?
Faebles doesn't really sleep.
You just got called out.
Listen, I know myself.
You have 2 farm kids who are up at the crack of dawn.
There are 2 wolves inside you, Oliette. Both of them like to sleep in.
Both of them like to sleep in.
So you all, except for Oliette, muster awake, and actually, give me a wisdom. Give me a wisdom save, Oliette.
Huh? Oh, it's really good.
Okay, so yes, you're able to sleep.
It's a 4.
Oh, no, you wake up agitated earlier than, oh god, it's too early, like the sun is barely out, because there's just so, it's that anticipatory thing, that like, anticipation insomnia, like, you know, you slept a little, I will say you all get a full rest, but, Oliette, you don't get your time and a half that you typically like to spend.
Damn it, I knew I should have squeezed harder before rolling away. Squeeze, roll,
Squeeze.
extricate.
So you all are getting ready to go. Professor von Hammerford-Schmidt is all ready. Like, very well, we will go back to finding the undertow, and we will I will resume our journey, back to whence we came, and some of you will be moving onward, correct?
Yes. Please keep an eye out for
Yes.
the musrumas for me, if they return.
Will do, very much, of course.
Thank you.
Our collaboration has bared very productive fruit. Thank you so much for inviting us on your little adventure.
Yeah, you definitely got us out of a jam.
Thank you for helping.
Because the bull fruit.
Oh, okay.
It's a jam. I'm gonna preserve this moment forever.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
wow, there it is. There it is.
Honestly,
I
though,
will
I'm so
bid-
jelly of your pun game.
I will bid adieu to Sweater Daddy, mostly to say goodbye to Richard.
You just rub the cover of the book like...
I know. I'm like, it's nice.
It's
to
just
see
that scene in Into
Run
the
a finger
Woods
down
when
its
Jack
spine.
sings to the cow. I guess this is goodbye,
Bye,
old pal.
friend.
Richard, I hardly knew ye.
Oh, it's fine. We'll probably see each other again. We're thick as thieves. We'll have a good time. Any other questions for old time's sake?
No, but I
Oh.
will. I can reach out to Kiel.
Yes, not sweat.
It's a good moniker for you, though. It's a term of
It
endearment. It's a
doesn't-
compliment.
It's just that Sweater Daddy sort of negates the PhD at the end.
Dr. Sweater Daddy, you should have said something.
Please don't call me Sweater Doctor.
Daddy Sweater Doctor? Is
Let's
that-
just scratch the whole thing and not worry about it. How about that?
Anyway, I'll reach out to check in on Richard and you, of course. Stay well.
Well, we'll be in touch if there's anything remotely interesting. I'm sure there will be, given the fact that we'll be spending a little more time down in those caves.
Yeah. Okay. Not gonna go there. I also, before we leave, I imagine it's as we're making preparations. And
Yeah, there's a lot of sort of hubbub going.
people are, yeah. I need to pull Eb aside. It feels not good to.
Yeah. In the morning, Eb, you all found Eb and Jacqueline were asleep on like a swing chair near the bonfire. Like they were like they were like sharing a blanket. Like they were just both out. And so yeah, so they get up and all that. But yeah, you find Eb. As looks like Jacqueline is spearheading the making sure he has all his stuff.
Okay.
How dare she take care of your uncle
I know,
in
the whole
your
reason
absence?
I brought him out here. The whole reason I brought her out. I was mad at her. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. I want to
So-
be well out of earshot of Little Miss Fang.
Absolutely, little miss. I have the observant feet. Go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, right. So you pull Ebb aside. Is there anything else dangerous to be aware of that? No.
I don't know if dangerous is the right word. Okay, here's a thing. I thought, okay. I have this really bad habit of making decisions for other people, and this is going to be one of those times, and I need to just keep loving me, despite the fact that I made a very bold choice, without really consulting you.
It looks like he's already overwhelmed by that statement.
Okay. Yes. Everything's going to be fine. And there is an out. If I tell you this information and you don't want to come with us, we will escort you somewhere safe and everything will be fine.
What are you?
I'll switch to Infernal. Uncle, I don't know how to say this. I'm just going to spit it out. I met your father. He's alive and he's well. I didn't remember that I met him. I forgot, but I remembered that I forgot, which is peculiar because you would think that you wouldn't forget something like that. That aside, he is living, and he was not absent by choice. I want to take you to him for safekeeping until you decide whatever next move you and your companion would like to make.
Safe.
There's quite a lot afoot, Uncle. It's quite dangerous. This is one of the safest places we've been. Where he is. He's lovely, as you would expect.
Yes. If your mother was any. Very decent.
Yes. Despite the apple never having met the tree, it did not fall far. I would love it if you would consider meeting him. If you don't want to, I understand. It is a lot. I had a hard time with it myself. I can only imagine it will be much more difficult for you.
I would. Like
Uncle.
Yes.
Oh. Well, that's not what I expected, but I'm very pleased. Also, they are devoid of a proper bookshop, so I think we will have a nice niche. And I've already found you help. And I'm going to gesture down into the yard where 14 is. I can only imagine what 14 is doing, but I'm going to gesture towards my iron giant down in the yard.
Yes, he was quite excited this morning about all the letters.
Yes. The common ones, and then we'll start with the others. So he will be useful, I think. Anyway.
He will have to be mindful of his sleeping out of doors where all the morning dew.
We'll come up with something. Anyway, I didn't want to surprise you until I got you out of there, and it was harder for you to refuse.
It wouldn't, never actually thought about him. I am uncertain if that is being much to think about besides that. There was, in fact, something about the chronograms.
I don't know.
A little couple of A, a little couple of B. Walks by.
Yes.
He can speak infernal too, definitely.
Anyway, we should get moving. I'm sure Paru has everything prepared, but I'll be with you the whole time. It will be good. And if it's terrible, we'll leave. That's what we do.
Does he know I'm...
Not exactly. I mean, a little bit, sort of. He knows that you exist. I did tell him about you. He did not know. I think he's very eager to make your acquaintance. I will let him know to expect us, as is proper, right? It will be all right.
He walks up a little to you, drops the... and when you met him,
I did. I liked him a lot. He's very, he does remind me a bit of you. His, family is a bit boisterous. It's a lot of energy, which is not really our deal. So, just brace yourself. It's okay to say nothing. I will try to arrange some time so that it's not so, bleh.
yes, that
But the family is nice. They're giant, but they're nice.
are giants.
No, no.
Gotta watch that phrasing.
No, they're, he remarried.
They're horny? That's the wrong way
They're
to put
giant, horny dudes.
Pimble's like, pardon?
Nah.
Actually, Pinball probably will really be
It's
happy.
like, Pimble,
if
you had your chance and Jacqueline swooped in. You gotta...
I tried, Pimble. You could have had all this.
You tried in your mind.
I know, I didn't actually try. But yes, I'll reach out to him. I'll let him know we're coming. Everything's gonna be fine, and I will.
Right.
Also, Para and I are vintners. Did you know? I. Whatever. There's a lot to catch up on. Anyway, let's get going.
He nods and does the little thing he's done before. When he's very nervous about something, he'll reach out for your hand and just kind of like pat it, like he's trying to comfort you that it'll be okay, but it's really very much a like making sure you're there sort of thing. Will we be going via sewer again?
No. No.
Lance, yes. Super, no.
No, I don't think it was a sewer thing specifically. It's just like a thing with plants. She's very into plants.
Oh, it requires cereal.
Yeah, something like that. It's just like opening a door. Very simple. Sort of.
No. Okay.
But yeah, I'll probably rejoin the group.
He squeezes your hand a little bit again and gives you. Wanders over back to his luggage, of which he has those like big carpet bags and Jacqueline is there when he gets back, and there's a little bit of a gentle, kind smile from her.
I'm gonna find Paru and Beza and everybody.
So you find Beza, and it's really weird that Paru isn't up yet. But you find Beza.
Oh. Are we leaving soon, or what's happening? I'm usually literally the last one up.
Yeah, you got up extra early this morning. I was wondering about that, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm shocked you're awake. I was assuming we were gonna have to like poke you as we were walking down.
The early morning sunlight is not my best look. I do better in the golden hour, if you know what I mean.
If it
This
makes
is a
you
little
feel
harsh.
better, you still pull it off though.
Oh my god, you're incredible.
Every hour is your golden hour.
Baby.
He did better.
Stop.
Granted, it's your job to do.
Yeah.
I mean, fair.
Nickett
I
has
don't
learned
know.
well over the years.
I don't have to
That's my
eat and
girl.
everything, so whenever you guys are done, I guess we just gotta make sure that Paru's ready to go.
Toshi's been cooking at the or in the kitchen. They're upstairs. I think they took one of the extra rooms.
Who's they?
Haru, you wake up as Valaine's like, holy shit, we're late. And he's like looking for his clothes in the room.
Where did I put that? Shit.
Here, like
Thank you.
tosses something across the bed towards you as he's like looking underneath the bed for things.
Glad I didn't have to practice.
It takes you a little longer to get ready, as you both, we'll say you shuffle down first. Actually, let's, give me a percentile, please.
Oh god. Okay. 73.
73% of the way fully clothed.
well,
So there's like buttons and stuff you're working on, and your hair's all a mess, and yeah, you're like popping out your boots are like not on yet. As you rush down, and you expect to be like fully missing the whole caravan out, and no, she's just like mixing oatmeal in a pot.
I was like,
morning.
I also forgot I am the caravan.
Yeah, that's
You
you.
can't go anywhere without her.
Yeah. Shit, I'm late.
No one can leave without me, it's fine.
I
right.
just climb down, I guess.
But we do get the imagery of wherever she's coming from in this house, we're all waiting.
Some people are
She
like,
comes down the stairs.
yeah, some people are just outside, kind of twiddling their thumbs, and Toshi's in the kitchen, and you come
Haru
downstairs.
doesn't normally sleep indoors, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Haru normally sleeps outside.
Well, you weren't very well gonna get any privacy outside tonight, or last
No.
night. So,
Yay, oatmeal, thank you.
you're welcome. Does Valaine want any dinner? I don't know if they have different food.
Not usually. But no, they'll be fine with oatmeal, I'm sure.
Okay.
Did you sleep okay?
Yeah, it's kind of okay. Everyone's a little jostled.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna head over to Mythgar soon, and then there'll be. I mean, you remember the inn down there with Nando and everybody. And lots of...
Nando, right? That was. I remember his name.
Yeah, no worries.
I remember it's been a bit.
That's true.
I've been to a lot of taverns.
I keep forgetting that. Thank you for breakfast. And she gives him a kiss on the cheek as she takes her bowl. I was ignoring it. I was trying.
I thought we named him short for Fernando because he was a black and white.
Oh no,
bull.
that's where the name came from. Is definitely
But
Fernando.
Nando Calrissian is very good.
Ferdinand. It's definitely Ferdinand. Is where I got
Mm-hmm.
Nando.
All right.
Their last name, as a reminder to the audience who cares about the canon, is Fearless Fury. All one word. So your grandfather's name was Arcord. Arcord Derrit. And your Ebzik. And your mother's a Hala, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then your
My
grandmother.
mother?
Yeah, your mother was a Hala.
Histara?
Histara. Your mother's Histara, and your grandmother
Okay,
was
sure.
Zahala. I didn't have them. I silly
Histara,
me
yes.
did not have them labeled.
That's okay. That's okay.
I now do.
I do need to give him a quick ring.
Sure.
Before we leave.
Oddish. I don't remember.
I don't know.
Anyone
remembers?
remembers? I think you were.
Yes.
I think so.
I do
though.
remember him being
Well,
Scottish.
He is
he had a
now.
well, he had a kilt, and I don't remember if I like played
Yeah,
into it or if I
you
didn't
did.
play into it. Okay,
Yeah, you did.
sure, sounds good.
I'll just do it in common. I'll
Yeah, I'll
say, hello, grandfather. It's Oliette. Your favorite.
And only tiefling granddaughter.
Quick update. Are you busy today? Stopping by soon with very precious cargo. Hope you're available. That's it.
You missed a couple of buttons, Paru.
Oh, shit. Thanks.
Do you want a scarf? It's gonna be kind of cold.
A scarf? No, I think I'll be all right. Why? It's not that cold.
No reason.
Villain, I had to add 2 percentiles together to get a decent number for Villain.
Oh, God.
As he runs down, like, no shirt, no boots, his socks are in his hand. He's like, all right, I'm sorry, didn't mean to, like, hold anything up.
We forgot they can't go anywhere without me.
Oh.
Well, it's certainly faster.
Well, yeah.
Time to...
You missed more than just a couple of buttons.
Thank you, guys. Couldn't have done it without
Well,
you.
hopefully he didn't miss one of them.
Paru, like, oatmeal chokes. just like...
Hold on, just everyone, please give me a moment. Just.
Is that Angela or Villain? Or
No,
both?
both, but me
Angela.
mostly.
That's Angela.
Ow, but it needed to be done. Maybe those brain cells will be the ones that remember that. So
Jesus Christ.
anyway. So you are all gathered around, but Oliette, you do get a return message from your grandfather. Precious cargo. Only been gone for a few months, lass. You're saying I'm a great granddad now. Well, regardless, it'd be lovely to see you again. By all means,
Oh boy.
by all means, if you're in the neighborhood, please, love to see you again.
Oh my God.
He sounded
that-
very, very sarcastic.
Oh.
He's that kind of grandpa.
Yeah, he's definitely my grandpa. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, that was hilarious.
Cool. Yeah, I'm not even gonna respond to that. I'm not dignifying. Yeah, let's go. We should go. Sorry, I had something caught in my psyche. Let's get out of here.
Sorry, there was something caught in my family tree. I just
Oh my god.
infestation of pests in my family tree.
Crying.
Just... So, Paru, you cast teleport via plants, transport via plants, of which I wish Tree Stride was called something different.
Right?
Because it really
it messes me up every time.
You know, there's a joke there, Kyle, that doesn't make any sense, but I feel the need to share it anyway, that if somebody really had a thing for furbolgs, you could just say that they fell out of the family tree and hit every fire branch on the way down. Anyway, so
amazing.
So you find any number of small trees that are growing on the grasslands here on the side of the mountain, and you are able to cast transport via plants. And you see as the tree, a very small there's a size limit on tree, doesn't it have to be big enough for you to pass through?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll say that you have to go down the mountain just a little bit before you hit the tree line, and then there's something.
Yeah,
enough.
probably the one that I used to get here, get us back.
I mean,
is probably the one.
At least the type of the manner of tree, and so the tree bark starts kind of splitting and cracking a little bit. Yet you're reminded, oh shit, that's right, my shield. I need to remember to do that. If I want to actually like use it.
Yeah, I'm probably holding it. Like as soon as we're up and ready to go, I'm probably try to kind of
attuned to a little bit
with it as we travel around. So yeah, I got it.
Yeah, we'll say at
It'll take some time. Yeah.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know the night you end up in Mythgar. What?
Okay. I just want to make sure 14's ready to go.
Oh, I am ready. Order to.
Oh my god, incredible. We're just gonna go right through that door as soon as to open it up.
That it like
go quick, it's fine.
I need to fit through.
You gotta squeeze.
Gotta get there. I don't
give me that narrative payout.
I was gonna say I think he's too heavy for Verlaine to store in his hand.
No.
He could theoretically like cannonball into Pimble's bag though.
I want him to see the sights.
Well, just to get through the door.
No.
Just say any creature can step in, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. There's no size limit for the creature, apparently.
So yeah, we'll say some sort of cartoon rubbering.
14 is not big enough to carry me, is he?
He is.
Wonderful. Okay, noted.
You made an impression on him last time, so you can probably ask it and get a good response. So Harland, I forgot to do this because Retsev was silly and did it in the middle of a scene. I need you to sit there and do nothing because Harland, as you step through the door in the tree, we're gonna roll on the wheel of causality. I almost made that rhyme.
Oh boy.
Yay.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
In the tree, George. That was a weird George of the Jungle mashup with that joke. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so spinning the wheel of causality, thanks to Retsev.
Do it.
How appropriate. Eat me. So, give me a D12.
My dice are behind me. That's correct. Let me just roll this in chat. D12. A 12.
So, Harland, as you step through the tree, bonk, you hit your head because you didn't duck, because apparently you grew a foot taller in the last couple minutes. So now you're what, 8 feet instead of 7 feet?
Yeah.
Or-
Oh my god, and it's every scene.
Every
Oliette's gonna literally
scene.
be able to climb her boyfriend like a tree.
Like a tree. I was just thinking,
I mean,
excited for me.
remember, Mythgar, they do say, like, everything grows rampant there. So
Oh, God, let's
apparently fire branches also count as foliage.
love it.
All right, so you bang your head on the top of the portal through the door or through the tree. You went before 14, so it hadn't adjusted to height yet. And it's like, oh, you get like a root pressing in your forehead. Ow.
Well, I sure hope that doesn't continue to happen unexpectedly.
Did
I hope-
Harlan just get taller?
You're surprised at this?
I mean, I guess not. Wild magic craziness seems to follow us everywhere.
So, okay, no,
yeah,
I
seems
gotta
Sure.
ask for the particulars.
Yeah.
Is did the chaos magic remember to check the box for lock aspect ratio, or is he just gonna be
You're getting stretched out.
Thunderbolt?
Overall shorts.
I never really worried about clothes. So I'm inclined to be kind to say that you did not, you're not like getting lederhosen by the end of session.
Excellent.
Things are getting like your clothes are appropriately growing with you.
Oh. I couldn't remember if EP was growing or shrinking.
Puddles, however, is staying the same size, and he's growing increasingly comfortable riding on your hat because there's more room.
Just gonna start doing laps.
So
Rains, he'll have his own pond.
you all step through the tree with varying degrees of injury, mostly on Harlan's part. As he bashed his head. And you arrive in Mythgar. Where are you aiming for, Paru?
Just outside the vineyard.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So you enter into a beautiful orchard space. There are lots of trees that are bearing some fruit. As they do here, everything is always in season, always growing with abandon, and you are just outside the give me
Actually,
go ahead.
would it be possible to one of the trees
The goodberry trees?
the goodberry trees that I made grow?
Huh?
I would like to use one of those.
Absolutely.
Because I've
We-
got like a good personal connection to that tree.
Yeah, you step out and you look behind immediately as you step into the tree, or you step out of the tree, and you see the beautiful light wood branches of the goodberry tree, very knotted and twisting. The branches almost look like vines, and you see these little, well, not little, like, I'm gonna say they're like big grape-sized berries.
Nice.
Bright red, have that feeling of like a health potion, bright red with a little glistening in the sunlight. And you look around and you are a few stones throws away from the Fearless Fury farm. Orchard, I guess.
She's like immediately talking to the plant using speak with plants. She's like, "Oh, you're so big. I'm so proud of you. You've grown so much."
God, no.
I
am
made
your
you. No, I'm kidding.
So, you are,
If we
Yeah.
get to the orchard, I might turn to the probably I guess Beza. Beza, can you do me a favor?
Probably.
Awesome. I need you to go with everyone to the house, but I need you to send my grandfather out here to us by himself. Just tell him I need to talk to him.
All right. I mean, do you just want me to go ahead?
No, I'm staying here. I'm not going with you. Just send him back out into the garden.
Oh, got it. You want just him and you and Eb. I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the others are really nice, but they're a little much.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. And I'm going to gesture to wherever Eb and her are.
You
I just
know,
want to...
you can say it now.
I don't want to now.
Uh-huh.
Now I don't want to.
You sure? Are you sure?
I feel
Are you
really good
sure?
about
Since
this.
you're totally allowed to say the J word.
I may
now?
never say it again, for all we
Okay.
know. Yeah, I told him I would make it easy, so... Do you mind?
No, I can do that. That's no problem.
Thank you.
I'm little. They won't see me going over to talk to him.
Right. Yeah. I'll probably actually hold on to Harlan, too, if he's willing to stay with me. And just hold his
Yep.
hand while we wait.
His increasingly larger hand.
Yeah.
Larger.
I'm like, huh, okay. I can adapt.
So when we get to the house, if you want me to, I'll roll a stealth check, but Baze is going to try to sneak over to Arcor and grab him and get out again as quietly as possible.
Okay. So you start heading. So it's what? Beza, you said are you running ahead or are you just going with the group?
A little of both. I mean, I can't go very quickly. I'm short. I don't move fast, but she tries to be at the front so that she can try to get in and grab Arcor as quickly as possible.
Okay, well, so most of you start heading down. The kittens are especially sort of just sprinting down, mostly because Toshi eggs on his sibling. But so they're rushing down, and eventually you see the farm proper, and there is a big elaborate merchant's cart outside of the vineyard, or outside of the farmhouse, and there are these large we're gonna say they look like why not? They look like some mix between a kangaroo and a moose.
Oh God.
And
Moose.
yes, the kangamoose. So they're just kind of hanging out. They're kind of cute. They look like hardcore jackalopes. Like
Okay.
yeah, like
Right.
just the next size larger of a
The
jackalope.
next size larger of a jackalope, the kangamoose.
Jackalope XL.
They're jacked elopes.
No.
Anyway, so you arrive at the house, and there's a few Minotaur family members that are kind of perusing the back of the wagon, and they seem to be talking to a kobold with bright blue scales, who is showing off some sort of it's like a towel that they're trying to sell the Minotaurs on. And he's like polishing one of the Minotaur's horns and been like, hey, you see? Perfect polish every time. And the guy's like, I have enough of I have what I need. Yeah, but you haven't tried this yet. Really, you just gotta go ahead. Why don't you go back upstairs, get what you need? You just come back down. We'll do a comparison. I'll do this this one, and then you do the other one, and we'll see which one comes out better. So basically you.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
He's the knife salesman that lets himself into your house.
Beza tries to sneak around them.
Give me a stealth check.
Okay, if they see her, she's gonna be like, "Hi," but she's,
Give me a
she's
stealth
trying
check.
to speak quiet. I know. I'm finding my number.
I understand.
Paru is like showing Pinball the orchard and talking, you know, kind of walking slowly.
What? Yeah.
Yeah. So Oliette and
Love
we went into business to sell the Goodberry
I'm very
wine.
impressed. What is the wine?
Is this a rocky area?
Let me go look up my notes.
Not
'Cause I remember
really.
it somewhere.
Okay. I didn't roll great. I have a +5, but I only rolled a 6, so it's an 11.
So you're like, get close to the cart, trying to like sneak around it. And
It's called Storyteller Cellars.
Oh yeah.
love it. I fully expect to try some.
Oh God, yes. I think I still have a bottle somewhere.
Oh, on me, that should have been the first thing out of your mouth when you found me.
That I bring booze?
Yes. I have brought
That's valid.
wine from foreign shores,
It's fair.
from a magical place where people grow wine out of the ground.
Where else would they get it, Pinball? Wine comes out of the ground normally.
This is what happens to my brain when I don't have wine.
Clearly we should introduce
We
you to
don't have
Nano
time to
and get
unpack that,
fixed.
Paru. So,
We'll get you fixed up.
Beza, you are you're looking for Arcor. Did we say that Arcor doesn't have much to do with the vineyard?
Correct.
It's
As
his
I remember.
husband that does.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
you see Arcor's husband first.
Linnaeus.
Yeah, Linnaeus, Fearless Fury, all the S's. And the large, older, sort of ebony-haired Minotaur, looks like just an old Jane Austen version of Nando, is chatting with a fellow in sort of pale clothes, has a newsy cap on, big rotund guy, and you try to sneak past, and turns around and he looks at you. This not a stranger. Beza, my beloved. And it is Manny O'Kin, the Goa.
Oh shit!
Yes.
Of all of the moments of fate and destiny to bring us together again. How are you?
I love Manny.
This motherfucker.
Hi, Manny.
Hello.
Linnaeus, you should definitely watch your purse with this one.
Oh. No, we've already been through that.
Oh,
Yeah, I've turned over a new leaf. I'm in the wine business now.
are they using you to crush the grapes?
Always a kid of this one. We go way back.
I
So
wasn't kidding.
I mean, yeah, but like that's not all I do. I'm also a salesman. Very good at that. I'm very good at convincing people to buy things.
That you don't drink?
Well, then you know you can trust me. I don't touch the merchandise.
Right. Linnaeus, do you know where Cor is? I'm looking for him so I can take him over to Oliette.
Arco is he's probably inside in the dining hall.
All right, I'm gonna go grab him if that's all right.
Of course, it's very nice to see you, Beza.
We'll be back.
Oh, I hope so. We have so much to catch up on, Beza. It's you look wonderful. You haven't aged a day.
No shit, I'm stoned.
Hey, just another thing we have in common.
Oh God. On the way to the house, because I'm assuming we're all still walking.
Uh-huh.
Verlaine, you know what we said about me not riding around in your hand? Can we change that for the day?
Sure. Thought you were gonna ask me if you can murder something that's made of stone.
No, I mean I could, but that's not what I was going for. I was more just going for avoidance.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna go find Arcor.
Only half of this is Matthew's fault, Kyle. This half of it is Alora's fault. The other half is sitting in a cart trying to convince people to use his ShamWow. So
close. So close.
Oh my god.
So you are heading inside and you see Arcor, the sort of dark blue-gray tiefling, white hair pulled back, a little longer beard than he had when you saw him last, and he is reading quietly, picturesquely at a fire.
She'll walk over. She's not trying to be sneaky anymore now that she's already been spotted. Also, there's not as many people here as she was worried there was going to be.
So, okay. That was just an octave I wasn't expecting. I don't know why. It's how she talks.
It's Beza. It's because Heather doesn't talk in that octave.
Sure. So you approach Arcor, and he says, he almost looks past you, Beza, like he's looking around for someone else. Well, fancy meeting you here.
Hi, Arcor. She is here, I promise. Well, she's not here, but she's here in Mythgar. She was worried that, as wonderful as Linnaeus's family is, because they're all honestly fantastic, there's a lot of them and they're very loud.
Right, might upset the baby.
It's not a baby. At least it's not hers.
He looks, fuck.
How does that work?
Fuck. No, I just mean, like, goddamn, like, listen, I know it's been
his.
50 years, but it's a little too soon there, Beza. Wait, no, he doesn't catch on. So, I'll go. Yeah. That's what happens. Next time, I promise I'll play someone else's parent instead of their grandparent and their parental figure. So he heads out.
Beza will take his hand and walk with him over to where everyone is.
Beza, wait. You gotta, no, you gotta try it. You really gotta try it.
Watch me
Gotta
spill
try
this
what?
2-liter bottle of soda.
I don't drink and masticate things. I don't want to eat or drink the wine.
And then no, it doesn't matter. You don't need to. No, you don't need to. All you gotta do is you gotta let my buddy here. You just gotta let him spill some on you and then clean it off. And it's great, like, because
That's a
it'll show
different
how
party.
effective it is.
If you come near me with that polishing rag, I'm gonna punch you over your stupid wagon.
She's very rude, Manny. I know, it's just her way, it's fine. Not everybody can be as cultured as the two of us. Yes, it's fine,
I want to die.
Oh man, I would watch that show.
Wheezing.
I would watch that show.
There's a thing called a personal space area. Manny, you need to get out of mine, please.
You're the one in mine, Beza. I was just going around shopping and trying to sell my wares, and you come waltzing into my life again. I mean, if anything, you're the one following me.
What I mean is step back a foot.
That seems weirdly specific, but okay.
Good timing, Jinx. Good timing.
That sounds good. Okay.
Hey, Heather. Bet.
I know. She usually isn't the one that's cursing. She's irritated right now.
I already
Alright.
knew Manny was coming by the time you made that joke, and I went, just give me time.
Gotcha. It makes sense now.
No, Heather. I believe it's me who gets to say gotcha.
So I'm willing to talk to you, Manny, but I got something to deal with first, so you need to step back a little.
Oh, okay, fine. We'll catch up another time then. I'll be here if you need me.
All right. And then she's gonna keep going
I
with
won't.
As we continue walking, she's like, I don't think he understood what I meant by the personal space area.
Oh, sorry. He doesn't know how to contribute to that.
It's all right. I met him before. He's a little intense because he hadn't met any of the Goa before. I mean, I hadn't either, but
I'm sorry, Beza. I'm a bit out of experience in the ways of love. I've been 45 years.
that's not, it's fine. She thought about it for a second. It's like, it's not worth my time.
I don't want to explain this.
No.
Look what happens when I spilled 4 gallons of milk.
Kyle, I meant in the ways of courtship. Not
You said
love.
what you said. You said what you said.
It's almost like I'm playing 12 characters right now. Forgive me a slip of the vocab. So Oliette, you are with your uncle and Jacqueline, but Jacqueline pretty quickly catches on, no, you know what? No, she talks to you. She says, if you prefer, I can stay within earshot if
Okay.
she expects. She has a look on her face like, yeah, I expected that. And she gives Ebzik a kiss on the cheek and sort of murmurs to him a little bit. Like, seems like he kind of watches her go. Focuses back up on Arcor and Beza come up there. And
I'll like loop my arm in his arm. Oh, it is, but it'll be fine. We'll get past it. It'll be okay.
Beza partly took Arcor's hand so that if he starts to stumble or get weak-kneed when he realizes who's there, she can like make sure he doesn't face plant.
sure. Olia, you see Arcor kind of lift his hand up like he's looking out.
Hi.
Walking out all the way here, lass. There's like chairs in the house.
Yeah, I've heard it's better to spend a little bit of time, from time to time on your feet for circulation and everything.
Oh, that sounds like a crate of horse shit.
Yeah.
Is the 5 minutes up? Or did you
10,
curse?
you mean?
It's 10. You get a reroll.
Oh, yay!
Forgive a grandfather some curse words. My goodness. This is how you guys are gonna start building up rerolls. It's just me cussing.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it's not me cussing, it's the characters cussing. I'm not always doing it.
Splitting
So
hairs.
so he let me set the timer for 15 minutes.
Why you do that?
Why you hate us?
that?
Yeah, setting a timer for 15 minutes. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, I'll hear a gentle twinkling of chimes in my ear when we're done.
That'll take us basically to the end. No more cursing tonight.
There you go, no more cursing. We're gonna have a we're doing a nice I really do have to rename this episode before we put it on YouTube because it has nothing to do with that place. So we are back in walking forward. So he kind of chuckles a little bit and notes the standing and specifically the fact that you've got like you're very close. And he doesn't slow down, but like the grin fades just a little bit into surprise. As it's not the comfort of a returning face. It's the unexpected, oddly slightly familiar, but not. And Ebzik has since washed the ink off his hands as best he could before you came. And he takes his glasses off. Pocket. And you see him sort of try to hands at his like in front of him instead of up as he's still fidgeting with them pretty furiously.
It's mechanically useless, but I am gonna still, as I'm kind of clutching onto his arm, cast guidance on him just for like self-esteem boost, just the warm, good vibes.
And that feeling of closeness and being supported by you has always been just tangible, and now it's sort of even a little bit more as you've found how to sort of harness that into a more palpable magical effect. And so Ebzik Ebzik is he pats your arm and he walks for father. And Arcor is a well, it is kind of startling, despite their demeanor being so very, very different. It is a little startling how much they look alike. But like they're just from a completely different spectrum of experience. Arcor is sort of a salt of the earth kind of man. He laughs hard. He lives loudly, and he's the quiet one in the family. But like compared to Ebb, he's absolutely boisterous. And Ebb is just like the product of being essentially in a tower, separated from a lot of experiences and things that he could have had. But he seems, in another life, Oliet, you could imagine him being utterly incapable of handling the situation or processing it. And it does actually seem like he is giving it the proper weight that it might be owed. But he's not shutting down. There are signs of when he shuts down and not showing any. And he offers a hand to Arcor. Give my awkward. Just learned good health. And I am also often very old.
It's going great.
Is Ebzik. Arcor odds a little. I know that. Uh,
We've got a new subscriber.
That was my father's name. Oh. I am often called Ebb. Dick. He can still... There won't be any. As I... And he's like, it's alright. And he seems to be catching a little bit the vibe with Ebb, that he seems to just need a bit to kind of acclimate. Alright, it's... Your mother was the same way. We'll, do you like tea? Yes, I do. Good. Go down to the house and, get acquainted. I'll find us a quiet. He kind of glances at your uncle's.
Doing great. You're doing
great. And your grandfather comes to you, offers you a big hug.
Yes, I'll give him a hug.
And as he pulls away, he just sort of pats the side of your face a little bit. And
you're welcome.
See his eye. And now
I love family reunions. Isn't this the greatest thing
oh
ever?
God!
Oh, Faebles.
Yeah, I think after dropping off our core, Beza probably walked off to the side and joined Jacqueline to let them have a moment.
He's sort of next to a tree, just kind of watching. No. Very wipes her. And that's around the time, Oliet, that you remembered that you packed away that picture of your mother and your grandmother for a reason and not just to grab it. And you all head down to the house. The back part of the dining. There's a patio or something back there facing out in the orchard, out of the orchard. See. And so begins the first day of Ebzik staying in Mythgar. Father, it is very much strangers being introduced, but there is also these little glimmers of connection with the two of them as they not only share little bits of memory of quite literally filling in the gaps in others' knowledge of the women that were in their lives. But there is a point, I mean, Olia, do you at any point try to get away from them as they're chatting and stuff? Do you give them a moment, or do you want to be there when they're having these conversations?
I think I would give them a little bit of space kind of up front, but I'll give them a few minutes and then I probably join and then just kind of pop in and out. Like when Ebb's like distress signals starting to go off, I'll kind of like slide in and make a little chit chat.
Well, what's kind of funny is when you're there, they both seem to be. I realized one of the reasons that I was cutting out, because Mike was very far away. When you're there, actually present for the conversation, they are both making an active effort to include you. Like they're both telling you things about your mother and about your grandmother.
I will give my grandfather the picture that I had Ebb bring out of the book of not the one that because he had
it's
one
an
of, like,
older
my grandmother,
right? But Ebzic's in this photo.
Yeah, no. So the one that he had is the one of his wife,
right? And the little girl and your mother.
Girl. The photo that I am giving them, because I have it memorized, is the photo of my mother. It's a very formal, very old-fashioned print, and Ebzik is quite young, probably about my age, standing next to my mother with his hand on her shoulder. She's sitting in a very formal gown, and she's pregnant in this.
Gotcha.
Image.
So it's like the next generation.
That's the image
down.
I've held on to.
And when you hand it to him, your grandfather just has this like it just absolutely melts when he sees it. And it starts as like, oh, this is lovely, to like he gets really choked up when he just stares at it. And that's around the time that Ebzix like kind of makes a very important to you gesture, and he puts a hand on Arkor's shoulder and starts telling him little bits of things from starts filling him in with little details about what it was like when your mother was pregnant and like that sort of thing. And yeah, there's a moment of almost completely it'd be so easy to forget that things aren't quite normal here, where Arcor kind of like reaches back and like squeezes his hand a little bit, and then there's like a little awkward like Ebzek kind of
too much. Nope.
Right. And goes back to sort of like handling his tea instead. And out of curiosity, how overwhelmed emotionally, visibly is Oliette during all of this? Or is it just Chris that's breaking right now?
It's Chris, because I have thought about this made Ebb. I think Oliette was probably more emotional in the field. Just seeing them for the first time. I think she gets her shit together because it's like not that cute. Oh, I said a bad word. You get, but you know, the running mascara look is like not a thing I want to do right now. So she's keeping it together. Also because if I get too overwhelmed emotionally,
man, you only had 30 seconds left too.
I know. I know.
That's rude.
I'm making a note that I've earned 2 rerolls tonight.
I know. I don't want to overwhelm Ebb, so trying to kind of keep it.
You do note that he looks for you though every so often.
Yeah.
Kind of making sure like she's still here, right?
Yeah. Well, it's much more chill than I am right
now. I'm not ready to like have you leave right now.
Yeah.
And
Laura, that is so real. Shit's expensive.
Okay, so yes, we're done. We're done. We can fucking curse all we want now. Right at the end here. So let me find the timer button there. And so yeah, so you're able to watch these kind of
oh my god.
In all honesty, sort of Hey, I got one in.
Cool.
Sort of critical first few hours of them. And as is Ebb's way, if you get him on the right topic, he can just go. There kind of brightens up a little bit, so you know what buttons to push to be like, oh, he's getting quiet. Okay, let me bring something up, and then he'll keep talking. So he talks to his father about the bookshop. That apparently he's gotten several new employees that he hasn't had a lot of time to vet yet. But one of them really likes spelling things. Not even spelling, just putting them in the correct order.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it is even further than for Chris, for Oliette. It's before she even really realized that it was possible. And so you all have another sort of reunion of an evening. The Fearless Furies are very excited to try the new wine vintage that they have recently purchased. Called Really, Alora? Okay, it's called Goanacha.
Nice.
Yeah. A word. And you meet Azion Tifi, who is the kobold, who doesn't just have a towel that can dry many things. He also has a jar that is full of knives, and knives are all built into the outside, or into the inside of this ceramic jar. So he just has you put like a zucchini inside it, and then he shakes it, and then he opens it, and it's all chopped.
Oh God. Oh, sorry.
He?
Sorry. Everything's fine.
Okay.
It even makes julienne fries.
Pretty much. Oh yeah, like literally he has that entire, if anyone is remotely curious, that wagon is full of half wine and half random as seen on TV fantasy gadgets.
Mythgar's Billy Mays here.
Pretty much. And so yeah, so he tries to sell oh, and also Harland, you have grown 2 more feet.
So Harlan's outside.
Yes, Harlan's outside. Honestly, Harlan, you're eye to eye with some of the Minotaur. Or rather, you're taller than a lot of the Minotaur at this point. And some of them are just like ogling you, like, holy shit, man. There you get another reroll. I know, I caught it. What? They're just a bunch of Minotaurs.
They're an annoying mechanic.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably take this one away. It's much
Enjoy
more
it for the one night that it exists.
Yeah, it's much more fun to make us not say a specific word than to not let us use our natural languages. So, or it has to be a lot more expensive. We're gonna.
I like how it's already the most expensive option. And
Oh no, it needs to be like
69,000.
It needs to be twice as expensive and half as long. So, yeah, I know how that sounded. Anyways.
Scanlan short halt, anyone?
We were just talking earlier in the episode about magic cubes. So the evening grows long, and we'll do a couple of quick vignettes before we wrap up. We'll say, Paru, you and Villain are probably attached at the hip for most of this. There's a they didn't really get a chance to experience Mythgar, like
yeah.
So so they're getting like the first introduction to all of this. And he doesn't really say that it reminds him of the Fire Branch Ranch. But he's thinking it at a certain point. And he actually give me a.
She does absolutely sneak one of the bottles of the Goodberry wine out.
Oh yeah, give me a percentile.
37.
Okay. So yeah, you can tell Blaine about all the. Now that you're actually here, you can like remember probably a lot more of the sort of anecdotes. Actually,
She tells him
no.
about Keith.
Blaine was here. Blaine was with you guys already. Never mind.
Mythgar was the first time
He was around.
Haru gave them a kiss and said,
That's right.
I like
Because
you.
Ravenovia was here. That's
Oh my god,
right.
Ravenovia.
Sorry. I am so sorry, Oliette. The most memorable thing you remembered before you remembered your grandfather was the goth Shaddar Kai and their ghost dog. Sorry, Harlan.
Adorable ghost
Terrifying
dog.
We don't talk about the
ghost dog.
Kushiel.
The adorable boy.
My metamorphosis.
You were like, I want to be them. And you never looked back, and you never wore anything other than leather pants, ever again.
Pretty much.
Your boots were never under a certain height. He's kidding. I had forgotten one of.
He did indeed wear the overalls into your body.
One of the earlier of our nonsense magic surges. So Para, you get a little get cozy with Blaine.
She does at one point goes, I don't understand why Beza was asking me to wear if I wanted a scarf. It's not cold here at all.
Well,
what?
Sorry.
What?
He kind of just like pokes your neck. It's like, we'll talk about it later.
Ow!
That's fine. Yeah. That's why I was saying sorry. Sorry.
She starts laughing.
And you sort of sidle up next to each other and look down at the farm.
Yeah, she's probably climbed them up into a tree, knowing her.
You clink bottles and hang out. Beza, you are in Valaine's hand, so Manny doesn't know where you are for the rest of the night. You
awkward.
take a nap. So Manny's just like, has anyone seen Beza? I'd be very worried about her if I haven't seen her for hours now, and she's not at the she wouldn't be in the dining hall. She certainly wouldn't be without all of you, her very closest bosom friends.
I'm sure she's somewhere close at hand.
Oh, well, I hope so. Hey, Harland, would you like a sandwich?
No.
I'd always like sandwiches.
Oh, well,
What kind of sandwich are you
I have a
talking
very good deal going on right now, if you would like to. I have a collection of fine artisanal sandwiches direct from name of place you were at when you met him. Sitting and ruminating in the back of the truck. They're better with age, like a fine cheese. There is mostly cheese in the sandwich.
What else is in the sandwich?
Harlan, no.
Oh, well, all manner of and then he continues and you have that conversation for an extended period of time. And there are a lot of eye rolls around as this happens. And somehow
Is it
Beza,
on an eye roll? Or is it on a Kaiser?
and somehow even Beza rolls her eyes, and she doesn't even know what's going on. It's just
Takes
an
psychic damage in
impulse.
another plane of existence.
You're not even sure why.
I'm assuming she would have set up a time frame for when Villain should kick her out of his hand.
Like, go find somewhere quiet, let me out, and then I'll decide if I want to stay out. It seems like Manny and his partner in crime, at least in crimes against, well, not crimes against capitalism, we'd support that. Azanon and him are, playing off of each other a lot. At least two demonstrations break out in the middle of the dinners.
Now, there seems to be a lot of liquid coming out of one of those sandwiches. Could your towel absorb whatever it is that's coming out? You might want to, that might be an idea right there, that you could start doing sandwich wraps.
It is incredibly important that you do not consume the shampoo.
I wasn't saying
Do
that.
you
I was
hear
saying that you
me?
wrap
And
the
he gets
sandwich
up on the
in-
table. He gets up on the table, grabs your lapels, and goes, "Do you hear me? Never eat the shampoo." He says it with the seriousness of a war veteran who knows
It's
better.
like a 10,000 yard stare.
Yeah, this is not a
Lost
"don't
choppers
touch
in
my
the
shit."
background.
This is not a "don't touch my shit." Yeah, this is a "I hate the smell of napalm in the morning." That is what this is. Learn from my mistakes. That's the face.
From my mistakes.
Oh my god.
So, Oliette, as a final little bit into this, I think, you have a moment over the course of the evening. You have some time to sit with your newest friend, the Shield, who just consistently makes terrible, ugly faces.
I want to if nobody's looking, there are going to be moments where I'm trying to make a face at it and see if it replicates the face.
Only if it's an unpleasant face or hostile.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if I have any other faces, but yes.
Harlan, can
yeah.
you confirm, does she have any other expression on her face ever other
Her
than
expression
hostile?
is delightful at all times.
There it is.
No matter
There it
what
is.
makeup she is or is not wearing at whatever time of day she may or may not be wearing it.
First of all, I wake up like. Second of all, I'm gonna take this giant heart. I don't know how to ride this train, literally and figuratively. Drag him out to the orchard. That's where we're spending the night.
Well,
Oh,
I only heard every other word of that, but I imagine it was incredible.
Yeah.
so, do you talk to the shield? You try to chat with it, or are you just making faces?
Well, I wasn't going to talk to it.
Well,
I already
okay,
have
here's what I'm gonna
one
say. As you're hanging
object that
out,
laughs.
as you're looking at this shield and trying to kind of focus on what it can do and that sort of thing, did you have the identify spell?
Ooh, I don't think so. You would think I would take use.
Nope.
No, I don't have that.
That's fine. So you
Wait. Maybe I can. Is that second level?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Because I do have my ghosty friends that can.
True.
And so I actually might be able to cast the spell.
Cool.
See about a ghost.
Just trying to help.
Oh, I don't think so. I thought it was divination. I don't think it is.
No, identify is divination.
Is it a first level spell? Why
Hold
can't I find
on.
it? Anyway, if it's a divination spell, I can cast it. But
Identify spell is a first level divination with ritual
that's why
feature.
I didn't have first level pulled up. Okay, then yes, I can cast that.
Cool. So you call on your spirit friends, And as you do, you are given a glimpse into what this is capable of. You feel a glimmer of consciousness inside of the shield, a remnant, a consciousness that is grumpy and hungry. When you first attune to it, you feel like it is, whatever that consciousness is, in sort of a dormant state. It's trying to wake up a little bit. You feel like it is protective towards you. That the shield is something that will protect you. But that if you were able to feed it whatever energy it's sort of seeking, you might be able to wake it up a little bit so that it does more for you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna sleep on that for now. That out tomorrow. Again, tomorrow, Oliet's problem.
So what, so what happens is, just letting you know that, if you so choose, you can, sacrifice you can cast a spell, and by doing so, you spend a spell slot to do it, and you can wake it up for 24 hours. Or set it to a higher level of awakenedness for 24 hours. And it depends entirely on the level of the spell that you cast into it. Feed it the magic. And it can do a number of things depending on how awake it is. Its levels of alertness are dormant, which it currently is, then groggy, then awake, and then angry.
I mean, that sounds like all the quadrants of my day, so
it's
yeah.
true. So just out of curiosity, upon knowing that you can do that, are you gonna do it? Or are you gonna hold off? Even remotely trying to cast anything?
I think I probably...
You can hold off if you want.
Yeah, I will tomorrow. I'm really trying to take advantage of this giant Harlan, and I don't really need the shield to be awake for that. So I'm gonna leave it face down on the ground for now. Just put it back to sleep.
So how
I
tall?
don't need that getting leaked all over the fantasy internet.
How
whatever.
tall? How tall is Harlan normally?
7. He's already a 1.5 feet taller than me, right?
No,
Yeah, like
hold on. Just want to know.
Just under 7 feet, I think.
That's your normal height.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for bulks are usually just about.
Yeah,
almost
yeah,
7 feet.
He was always kind of tallish and lanky for his size.
Cool.
But yeah, let's go 7 feet.
Oliet, by the time you do sort of have this little tete-a-tete with the shield, and you're like, maybe later, you turn to your just under 10-foot boyfriend.
Yeah.
You're like, this is a much better use of my time.
I want to go to there.
I want to go to there.
Amazing.
Haru's up in the tree with Blaine. I was
And
gonna say keep your
Oliet's
own
about
tree,
to
but I think
be
you already did.
climbing a tree of her own. So
There's a carved sign that has a hand that's about Oliet high off the ground. It says, "You must be at least this tall."
as
Blaine, we need a different tree. Different tree.
As I really want to make sure I get this correct. As as Oliet scales the fire branches, that's where we will end the evening's journey. And
Beza would have requested to no longer be in Villain's hand before Paru and Villain. Just saying.
Paru would have requested that you not be in Villain's hand.
No. 100%. What would happen is Beza, you appear in front of Manny, and he goes, "Good luck," and he walks away.
That's mean.
Oh my god.
It's fine. Because at some point, and then obviously we keep talking because this is the last thing I'll do, and then we keep talking. That's just because we all like each other. So, Beza, you will eventually be saved by a strike team of Nickit and Toshi, as Toshi plays distraction and asks all the questions.
I love our kittens
and
so much.
and tells the story of the of everything that was going on before they got here. And when he gets to the part with Lucy Boost, the Pegagoose, just regales Manny multiple times with his excellent goose impression. And Nickit scurries you away. Probably gives you some camo paint so that you can hide.
Yeah.
And that is where we will end the evening. With several reunions, some more pleasant than others. An excellent series of arcane QVC. And a promise to Retsev that peace was never an option, and we will resolve that next week as I'll do your other requests next week.
I'm afraid.
So
justice for Manny.
Yes, justice for Manny. Poor bud. Just trying to sell alcohol to people to get them drunk so he can steal from them. Just perfectly innocent ploy.
He's selling alcohol out of. Okay, sure. Yeah.
He was trying to partner with them.
Strong, Beza would be less inclined to run.
But he's excited. I'm a break. He hasn't met a Goa before, and you seem wonderful. So that is what we have for you this evening. You all are wonderful. Thank you so much to those of you who contributed to the chaos this evening. Specifically, thank you to... That's... Okay, listen. That is sabotage. That's not whimsical. How am I supposed to shill for the Benjamins if I am not to say
for you?
Anyway, so thank you so much to Alora for Manny O'Kin's reappearance. Matthew for Azion Tifi, a kobold peddler hawking all manner of household gadgets and life hack tools. Retsev for what I will be including next week. Actually, I need you to clarify for me because the amount you sent does not jive with what you
Also
sent
did
me. To clarify.
Roll
and thank you
wheel.
and thank you for Harlan. Well, I mean, Oliette would like to thank you for 10-foot tall Harlan. Oh, there's 2. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Retsa.
All right.
But that's all we have for this evening. I'm gonna put things in chat. So please, you know what? I'm gonna put things in chat, and then I'm gonna ping them on the screen, so you can't get around it. Jinx. I'm still gonna put the things on screen so people know how to do it. And reach out to us if you like.
Send you someone we're going to raid.
Oh, fabulous! Thank you. Please check us out on Patreon at the link that I can't say. Patreon.com/
That
Our
thing.
business name.
our business name without the we are. And thank you so much to our sponsors, World Anvil, which you should check out our link to our homebrew world of Vale. Hero Forge, of which, oh my gosh, they just launched their creator. Thank you, Jinx, for the sub.
Hey!
Damn it. No, we're past. Okay, we're good. I can cuss. So Hero Forge, which they just launched their community features for pro subscribers. So you can just search directly on Hero Forge for creations that other people have made. There's already some incredible stuff. I will be always sharing them during Discover RPG, which is on Mondays. And Die Hard Dice, which we can say Dice. I'm so happy that our code for this month was not Dice in any way.
And I have a small addendum.
Oh, a small addendum.
It occurs to me that the anniversary of the launch of this particular network happens to fall March 1st. So perhaps, since we will be streaming on March 1st for our birthday, I will be relinquishing these from my hoard.
Oh no!
As a giveaway on that stream.
Lovely. That's very kind of you. So be sure to check us out at the beginning of March for the anniversary of our network that I can't say because Jinx is a monster. And listen, I appreciate the sabotaging of I appreciate the sabotaging of capitalism. I do, genuinely. But you gotta punch up. You gotta punch up, okay? You can't punch down.
Jinx says you can say it, it just means we get rerolls.
Oh, okay. I'll say it once, but I'm gonna hold on to it. So please check out Die Hard Dice now, or check us out on March 1st as we give away that beautiful set of dice. And if you are new here, we've had several follows tonight for new people, so thank you so much to Odd Fall Weather, Martinez Streams, and Click Monkey for following us tonight, and for those of you that have very kindly spent your channel points. Some of you, kindly, you maliciously, and we are very excited to have you, to see you again. So please come join us on Discord or follow us on Twitter, because we're about and we post and such.
I need to get you a new person because they just ended. 1 second.
Okay, that's fine. It happens. It's fine. Timing happens.
Yes. But their name of the stream was
thank you for the
Crime, and it was very good.
No, thank you for the reminder, Mouse, for the hydration. Hydrate or die straight. So we are going to be rating someone as part of Twitch's Black Excellence campaign.
Let's go see CB.
Oh, is CB streaming? Kick ass. I just posted
and so's Blizzbear.
Okay, cool.
We were gonna rate
and they're
Blizzbear,
both nominated.
And Blizzbear was leaving. That's the only reason I chained off of Blizzbear.
Gotcha.
But
well,
yeah, let's do CB.
For y'all should.
I just posted a TikTok singing with CB. That was wonderful.
Aww.
I like CB's amazing duets and stuff.
Yeah,
they leave open. So we will be rating Critical Bard or CB. What are they doing?
I think they're still doing Dead by Daylight.
Oh, okay. So if anybody is a little squeamish about horror, maybe don't follow us on the raid. But if you want to see CB and some what would I call it? Asymmetric PvP goodness in a horror setting, please check it out. I watched him a little while ago playing. It was pretty fun. So we'll be rating, and that was for me to do because I forgot. I believe it's just Critical Bard, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Awesome. So please join us, and if you can do us a favor and give him a follow or be very active in the chat for a bit and just give CB some love from us. It's important that not just showing up, but also, you know, giving a little bit of a boost when you raid, just so that they know they're seen and that people are around and appreciate them. So that is all we have for this evening. Thursday night, we have our Ravnica miniseries continuing, a romp through Ravnica with Colton as GM and a couple of delightful, hilarious, nonsense people playing. So you should check them out. That is at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And then on Monday, because it is Valentine's Day, Franz and I will be making some couples on Hero Forge and talking about and musing about romance in TTRPGs. So if you have any input into that, please feel free to join us. If we can get any guests, we would be happy to have them. So I'll talk to some of the creators if anyone wants to talk about stuff.
I might be available, and you know me and loving the romance games, so.
How many players am I dating right now in game? Many.
So many.
It's like, hi, Tess.
So many.
So everybody, please join us in raiding Critical Bard, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Ironically, the first time we've actually managed to do the dating.
It's true. And we're out. I'm gonna go load up with Twitch, not Twitter.
Solo. At least I'm flying free.
That was fun, everybody.
Thank you so much
Yes,
for
it
that
was.
raid. What's the word? To those who ground me,
we're still
take a message back from me.
I
tell
love-
them how I defy
I love the
gravity.
horror, and then
I'm
just CB singing
flying
Wicked.
high, I'm defying gravity. Jesus fuck, we are a cult.
Blizzbear also just started raiding.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You had me in the middle of a song, and nobody, and
I'm still
all
showing
of
that we're
us,
live.
no wizards
Yeah,
left
because when we
is
raid,
or
we're there.
was.
Oh, that was something I forgot to say. Let me put it in CB's thing. It says make sure to switch to CB's
first of all,
channel so you're watching.
Thank you
They
so
might
much for that
remind-
raid. We are Nerdsmith. I super
Yeah,
appreciate
I'm in
you.
the
Thank
stream
you, thank you,
manager,
thank you.
so that
Also,
might be
thank
why
you,
I'm.
Blizzbear, even though
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
looks
thanking you for
different
too
to me.
long. Why?
It's a piss bear stream.
Because, you know,
I stopped watching
because
Twitch
that's
and
why.
using the
Oh,
stream
I did the
manager
wrong
because
one.
my
You got
bandwidth
lucky.
was
You
poopy.
got lucky.
So,
how about that now?
I don't see what's happening in Twitch itself.
Thank you so much, Blizz, for rating me. Thank you so much, Nerdsmith, for rating me. If you don't know who I am, my name is Omega Jones, also known as Critical Bard. Critical Bard across all social media channels. I'm an actor, vocalist, tabletop professional, hot mess incarnate. Just
Why
trying
did
to
you
make some
ban
trouble wherever I go.
Blizzbear?
It's
I don't
this
like this.
joke
He's
that
over
they're
here.
doing. It's this thing they've been doing for months now, where they just ban each other for fun.
Nope.
Okay.
It's on me.
I accidentally banned Alora
Shit.
during Discover
Streamer
RPG
talk. Dude,
the
I'll
other
be as
night
soon as
because I was
he,
goofing
hit
off
me
trying to
with
get the chat
the
highlight to
tentacles,
work,
so it's
and
all
I
about-
drifted my mouse
it's
a
all
little
about
bit
the,
too close to her, and it went boom. And Franz is like, "What did Alora do?" I'm like, "What do you mean? What did Alora do? Oh God!" Alora had her TV up though, so she saw the whole thing, and she saw me freak out, and I DM'd her. I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. It was an accident."
He's still on me.
Alright, I have to turn off CB because I can't do horror games, but.
It's fun to play the monster in this game because you're hunting the teenagers. I think he's playing. It looks like he's playing one of the people, not.
He's playing a survivor right now,
Yeah.
but they usually play the killer.
Yeah,
Cause like what?
because it's fun.
Also, yeah. Well, yeah. I'm not.
It's also like it probably also matters like when, like what's available. I imagine you can't just always play.
I think you can.
Oh really? Okay. I guess
think you
it
level
affects
up
the.
like what?
I guess it
Because
affects
you
the
get
queue.
the different
you know?
survivors and you can level play them.
Oh, gotcha.
I guess I can't play it because I spook way too easy and I'll have nightmares. But
Yeah, I just
Same.
watch Markiplier play horror games and then I'm good. I'm like,
That's
I don't need.
about
Yeah.
my level of it, yeah.
Jess has
But-
been playing Dead by Daylight with her sister.
That's
Like,
hilarious.
My wife,
That's amazing.
demure Jess, is like playing Dead by Daylight. She was the killer, and she she was like, I'm so slow. I can't catch anybody. Oh, they did the generators. Oh, they're waiting for me at the exit line. They're just waiting for me. And so
They're
she like
mocking me.
lumbers towards them, and they just slowly, one by one, start leaving as she approaches.
Yeah.
Just like,
Aw.
oh, that's so sad.
Yeah.
Redemption,
All right,
please,
I'm gonna
post
hop
your
off
pronouns if you
and-
are comfortable doing.
Mm-hmm. Same.
I will
He's
see you
good.
guys
Yeah.
later.
Need to go now,
Great,
babe.
great.
Love you
I'm gonna
guys.
Wait, no,
switch, but
nachos.
then I'm gonna keep hosting CB. I'll
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Can you
Okay.
send me that stuff about the shield whenever you have time?
I
I'm
will
not
send you the
rushed.
stuff about. Rather, I will send you as much as I can because I like the idea of you discovering some of the things it can do.
That's fine. Just whatever
But yeah,
I have learned up
I'll
to
send you
this
the
point.
rule. I'll send you the rules for how to do stuff.
Okay.
It says sacrifice a spell slot. I'm reading that as you have to cast a spell and you have used your spell slot to do
Do I have
this.
to cast the spell on the object or
Add it. You're basically sacrificing the spell slot
right?
to give
order
them
to
the
wake it
magic
up.
of one of your spells. So you give them a spell and it goes and it eats it. Also, anything
Sure.
in its mouth, when it closes its mouth, gets sent to another dimension.
Amazing.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is Harlan steals a hole from something and he puts it in the mouth of the shield and then it's gone. Because it definitely doesn't say how to get it back. It just says it teleports to a different plane. That's all it
I
says.
like to pretend that it's a different plane.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
even like the idea that it's like the same one.
I need you to understand, like, I'm going to play it in a certain way, but I need you to understand how it's written. It says, first of all, I love that it was a shield of displeased expression, because I thought the hive of displeasure, I thought it was just a fun little
for sure.
bit. But no, shields of displeased expression enjoy scowling, learning new insults, and chewing. When their mouths are fully closed, anything inside teleports to a different plane. They don't enjoy talking or learning new things.
Except insults.
Except
This
insults.
feels really on.
Or maybe they just don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
They
Being
like it,
wielded
they don't enjoy it.
increases their ability to chew new things, so they will pretend to not be displeased with their wielder and express a grudging loyalty.
I'll take it.
So it's a cat.
yeah.
So it feeds me. This thing
What's in your
feeds me,
mouth?
so I'm
What's in
gonna
your mouth?
pretend like I'm not mad at it.
Um.
The amount of feeding requirement, it just depends on the spell level you give it.
Right.
And you can skip. I think it says you can skip levels.
Tiers.
No, it cannot be. Okay, so a strong enough spell sets the shield's alertness to 1 above its current level for 24 hours. If the effect ends, it reverts to its current level. So basically, you can keep feeding it spells, and it slowly loses the charge. Like it'll stay at 1 level. I'll send you the thing. You
So-
can take a look and
Okay,
tell me
yeah,
what you
I'll
think.
have
So,
I'm pretty sure it'll like when you feed it, it will remain that level for 24 hours and then revert to the old one. And if you feed it again, like right after, it might go up 1. It's got some rules, got some weird stuff.
Okay.
So basically, I'm gonna crop and send you the first half of the sheet.
Okay.
Is what this looks like.
and
This isn't
when
an
you,
item in D&D Beyond, correct?
No,
This
it is a
something else?
homebrew, but it might exist. You could probably search for it in the homebrew
There is
area.
a shield of expression, but not. I
It's
don't think
it's
this
a
one.
shield of displeased expression. So
Yeah, it's not
if you
this.
have homebrew turned on,
Oh,
let
okay,
me
I'll look
see,
for it.
because either you have to have it or I have to have it
think
saved in the collection for you to be able to add it.
Yeah, you have to. If it's not,
Okay. Let me.
then you have to have it in your homebrew stuff, and
Yeah.
then I have to turn on to access time in your campaign.
Yeah. Let me take a look. But I
It's
will.
not a huge rush, but yeah,
yeah.
I was just whenever.
So when you said it's a different dimension each time,
Mm-hmm.
literally the thing that popped into my head is that, like, bag of devouring, shield of displeased expression, mimics, like anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
It goes into a dimension that's much like the memory abyss.
Oh,
in
you
Inside
mean
Out.
the Gates of Holding, aka Bag World, that I've already sent Mic Club to, and definitely gonna run a campaign in there someday.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I
Oh,
already
good.
got
I'm
that.
glad. Okay. All right. All right. Excellent. Good.
I will
Good.
take a look and see if I can find it, Chris.
Yeah.
If
again,
not,
no
I'll
rush, it's
I'll
just-
make it.
Yeah, I figured we'd.
But
figure it out.
here is the first page for you. And then
Oh my god.
that's not actually the face
I know that's not
though,
what it looks like.
because I
but,
got a
like,
better one, but it is pretty funny.
It's like Easter Island, but not. Okay.
And then
Cool.
here is the last piece is eating requirements.
Gotcha.
And then I had a picture that I
So
thought
it does
would
look
be-
like it has to go. It looks like I can't just cast a 3rd level spell and make it from dormant to
right.
awake.
You
I
have to
like,
go in
stack it.
order, and you have to like every 24 hours you have to increase the level.
Got it.
It kind
And then
of
once you reach max level, you just keep it at that level.
yeah,
So I
you
just have to
spend a
cast
3rd
that
level spell to
spell
keep
every
it.
night. Okay.
So it kind of looks like this, except I have a face.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. That's the size I was envisioning.
Yeah,
God,
I
love Griffin
figured.
Saddlebags so much, but yes.
Yeah, and then this
also-
is the face. I'll say.
How long? I mean, I remember the creature pretty vividly.
Mhm.
How long do I need to be with the shield before I'm proficient with shields?
Oh,
Don't have proficiency, so it gives me disadvantage on like a lot of stuff.
I have
Which is
rules
fine,
for
but-
learning things.
Yeah. Again,
I'll
just
take a look and I'll get back to you on it. But this is the face that it has. I will make the shield because it amuses me. But that's the kind of face it has. Kind of face.
I love him.
I'll post it in the thing. The face of Holy Grumpy.
Because that's the. I mean, he carved it and did a bunch of stuff too. The monster was like,
Yeah.
look pretty.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, that's the face though. But
It's real cute.
Ignore the horn part, but it's definitely the front, like the sort of like jagged
Yeah,
mouth.
love it.
And the beard is definitely part of it. So yeah, the I adore that face. I just realized it has hooves. Or at least has hoof-looking things. Alright, so I'm going to stop streaming because we